thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
Welcome back, everyone, to the much-anticipated Episode 4 of Soccer Made Simple. After a 7-year hiatus, we're back for Episode 4. It took the World Cup coming to North America for us to return for soccer. We thought we made it simple enough in 3 episodes, but it looks like it's actually going to take 4.
This will be the World Cup explainer episode. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, that's why Soccer Made Simple has not had a need to be back, because they made it so simple. Yeah. And I was like, well,
subject matter.
It's still going to be simple, but there's just 1/4 final episode to go out with a bang.
The encore.
After all these years, the audience has been waiting for the 4th episode. Just kidding. This is actually the Massenomics podcast, episode 538. And we visited the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic 4, and all we got were these lousy t-shirts. We also visited Barefoot Shoes because they were a vendor at the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic. And I saw a lot of people all weekend walking around in brand new Barefoot shoes. As a matter of fact, every time I would turn around, I saw like one guy had a white t-shirt on and like really stark white barefoot shoes, and the plain white tee with the plain white tee with the fresh white barefoot shoes.
All just popped, didn't it?
Really popped. Yeah. You could really stick out in a crowd with white barefoot shoes or black barefoot shoes or whatever color. Actually, my oldest daughter, got a pair of pink barefoot shoes that she's really been enjoying.
Those look good.
Yeah, those pop. You're in luck if you didn't come to the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic. You can still go to barefoot.store. Go give our friends from North Dakota some business. They're actually our friends. I'll even say it. They've come to visit us this many times. They're straight up our friends, whether they want to be or not. And you can use discount code Massenomics, and that'll save you 10% on every order at barefoot.store.
Tanner, can you hear me?
Yeah, did my I actually got a notification that my connection was unstable, so I just changed something to see if that fixed it. But that was during my ad, and my recording will be fine on my end, right? So it doesn't really matter.
I think so. I think we'll be okay there. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just keep this party going. This episode is also brought to you by Juggernaut AI. Juggernaut AI is the smartest program for you. Here's how it works. You download the app, you tell the app all about yourself and your goals, and from there it's going to create an individualized program made specifically for you. And once that program is made, it's going to make adjustments every step of the way. You're going to check in at the beginning of each workout, after each set, and at the end of the workout and the end of the week, and it's going to give you just the right amount of volume and intensity when you need it. I recently used Juggernaut to prep for the meet we just had. Talk about that a little more in the episode. And I had a pretty dang good day, so I highly recommend Juggernaut, especially if you're getting ready for a meet. It's a very good way to get your training in line and go in with the best package possible. If you would like to save on your membership to Juggernaut AI, you can go to juggernautai.app and use code Massenomics and save 10% on the lifetime of your membership. Juggernautai.app, code Massenomics will save you. Thank you, Juggernaut AI.
Excellent. So this episode is going to be the recap of the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic 2026 Part 4. We're also going to select our winners for the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic online competition, the online submission winners. We're also going to be selecting those. We have not actually pre-selected them. We will be selecting them live on the podcast, so you can probably believe it's not rigged, although we could be more elaborately rigging it right now, for all you know.
We're also going to, as a little teaser, we also have some very elaborate stats to share with the whole program, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. Should we just start talking about the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic? There was a lot that went on.
Yeah, there's a lot of follow-up there.
Yeah. So what's the beginning of this
the beginning was because this somehow starts a day earlier every year. I got there Wednesday afternoon this year, and we went right to the venue, and you and I started setting up the booth. And luckily for us, we've set up a booth enough times that was pretty smooth and straightforward.
It's not our first rodeo, as they might say, in the booth setting up business.
Mm-hmm. I was actually watching, I was just working on the vlog today, so I have a little cheat sheet of remembering everything that happened. But we were setting up the booth when a few visitors popped in and helped us set up some banners. Can you remember that already?
Oh, that seems like a lifetime
Andrew,
ago.
and Keith, who were there, they helped us set up some of those new banners.
Yeah, who was that? Who'd you say? Andrew, Keith, and who?
Derek.
Yeah, Big Derek was there too. Yeah, okay. Seems like I had already seen Mike too at that point, but maybe that was the next day. That was probably the next day with loading up equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Jake's right. They were there dropping off tires.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes.
I had seen him then too because he was there helping also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, there's Keith helping set up the banners. Yeah, that's right. That seems like so long ago, doesn't it?
That feels like weeks ago at this point.
Yeah. I would also, this is the starting point, but I would also, if you're someone that wants to just cut to the chase, it was the biggest and best Lift Hard Live Easy Classic we've ever had before.
It went really good. Yeah, that was the big recap is that first time doing a 2-day, actually technically 3-day event with the grip on Sunday.
Yeah.
The big thing being at the hotel, having 2 days there. It went great. Scheduling was perfect. Like both days we were basically out of there by 3:30. And that part went really, really, really good. Probably better than we could have even hoped, Tanner.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. We're really freaking good at this, so it just went great.
We've been around a time or two. We know how this goes.
Always knew it. Never had any doubts in my mind that anything wasn't going to go perfectly.
Just nothing to worry about at all. We don't worry about anything.
Never even worried. Yeah. So Wednesday night we got the booth set up. Then what did we?
You and then you and I had to go shoot the
pizza.
Texas Power Bar video. Actually, yeah,
that's what we did.
We did grab
night.
some That's a Pizza, but then we had to go shoot the Texas Power Bar or the Texas Big Tex Bar video.
Right.
I think by the time we got done shooting that, it was like after 10 o'clock. I had to get home and get that damn thing edited because we were going to be gone, doing stuff all the next day. So we wrapped it up. I went back to my in-laws and started working, and then we got to bed and started the next day pretty early again then, didn't we?
Yeah, because I guess I went to the Ramcota first, and Jake, I think, had a trailer of stuff there.
Yes.
That we unloaded. And then there was actually many people there already at the Ramcota. Brandon Doyle and a big group when I pulled up there even. Yeah, that was Thursday morning.
Yeah,
and then
I went straight to the gym, and there was trailers. Okay. There was tons of people helping. I think I can say this, best year we've ever had for volunteers and helpers, just across the board.
Best year just in general.
Well, yes, actually, yeah. I should narrow it down to just that, but it was pretty minimal setup on our end, especially when I think of like the first year when it was me and you and like 2 other people basically set up the whole damn thing.
Well, there was more setup than ever before, but there was just more people.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. It was like people were
right.
Awesome helping out with all that. And we'll get to this more later, but even Jonah, he called me yesterday and I was telling you about this. He was like, "Oh man, just reminded me of the old days of powerlifting. Like everyone was helping out with everything." And that was absolutely the case.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the first year, you and I personally probably made like 40 trips up. I mean, I just remember load after load after load of plates.
Mm-hmm. It was not
like it was like you, me, Anthony, and
I think Megan for a little bit.
Yeah, and that year it might have been. Oh dang it! I know him. You know his name from Ohio. He's Kurt Locker's buddy, Pie Guy. What's Pie Guy's name? Somebody listening live will know. George.
Oh yeah, George. Was that the first year that yeah,
maybe that was year 2. That was year 2, Jake said, actually.
Yeah,
so no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The thing about all these multiple years is I found myself on the weekend many time. It really starts to get confusing of what happened when.
It does.
Yeah. Setup the number of volunteers was freaking awesome because with Massenomics Gym being in the basement, it makes it 3 times harder than if it was just on if Massenomics Gym was in a big garage, a big shop.
Oh, you just pull the trailer in and say load it up and go out. Like
it would make it 75% easier if it was.
It would easily cut the time in half easily.
Yeah.
Because once you start talking about moving stones up those stairs and around the corners, and it gets to be a challenge.
And all the horse stall mats and all that stuff. Luckily, there's a system for all that. It's not everyone's first rodeo and stuff, but it still is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Without a lot of volunteers, that would be brutal.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, so then because Strongman was first on Friday, then Jake and Abby and their crew and everyone helping was getting that all set up on Thursday. Right? Thursday morning.
Yes.
And our booth was already set up. So after we got done unloading all the equipment and setting up, then what did we do? We kind of took did we go eat lunch or something then?
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah. We all went to the circus.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Minnie was there by about that time working on setting up the live stream, which Minnie's, for anyone that watched the live stream of any of the events, you obviously know it's good. But if you've never been in there in person, you've never seen what goes into that.
It's crazy.
And all I would describe it as A, it's crazy, and B, he actually has cameras everywhere in the building.
Yeah, they're all over.
The cameras are everywhere, and him and Rachel have like 4 monitors and just an absurd amount of electronics.
They have like the
everywhere.
broadcaster like headsets and mics so they can like talk to each other while they're doing stuff, and it's crazy.
He said the urinal cams were tough to wire.
Well, it's because all the moisture, it's.
Yeah. But Minnie's live stream is exceptional. It's better than, it's just professional, I guess is the correct description of it. It's just a professional setup. And it's almost kind of crazy that they do that with just 2 of them.
Yeah.
Even. So he's also got his processes and system down pretty well.
Mm-hmm. We just give him a few tables and say, do your thing. And then the next thing you know, it's all ready to go.
And some people that watch the live stream, or I see Minnie's watching live. He can know better, but I think the internet connection was a lot better. I don't think there was much, near as much lag or anything like that. I think that worked out better. Luckily we called in a favor of the internet provider to get that going and get that improved. He said it was way steadier, which is great because that's kind of annoying when he goes through that much work and then the internet is the part screwing it all up.
Yep.
I would also just say, as far as the venue is concerned, everything played out just fine. But when I pulled in there Wednesday, no cars in that back parking lot yet. It straight up looked like an abandoned parking lot.
Big time.
Like it looked like it was uninhabited. It was the start of an I Am Legend movie or something where
like civilization used to exist here.
Yes. And then there's many factors about that, but you can tell that in that company or that hotel has changed ownership like about a year ago, or it was kind of actually going through it, I think, right during the time of the last year when we were hosting it. And it worked out all good. It does not seem to be run all that well, though. All the behind the scenes stuff is they have some work to do.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, that's also the best way of saying that is they just don't care. Which for a couple things is nice because they'll literally let us do anything because they just don't care. But when you need something, it's annoying because they also just don't care.
Yep. So you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah. So like a real example when we need, and sometimes they'd even just say like, yes, we'll get that taken care of. Never with a plan of taking care of anything.
Or you just ask 5 more times and yep, we're working on that.
That was straight up it though. Not a care in the world.
Yeah.
Like not, if someone asked you to do something and you said, "Yep, I'll do that," and then you didn't get it done by when you said you were going to do it, you might feel like you owe them an explanation.
Or like when they see you again and just like we all pretend like it didn't happen yet. We say, "Hey, can you do that?" And you just look us straight in the eyes and go, "Yeah, we'll work on that." And then we're like, "Well, we already had the conversation once." And then you have it a third time and you're like, are we all just playing stupid now? Like what's going on here?
Yeah, the AC actually, the air conditioning, I was worried about that during our setup because it was really hot on setup days, but it ended up, Friday competition, Saturday competition? Wasn't it fine?
I think it was fine.
Saturday was almost perfect, I think. I thought Friday was a little warm at times, but a little bit, like not OD.
Yeah, maybe, but like it was more alarming setting up than anything. Like when we were setting stuff up, it was warm in there. But I think that is the difference of the garage door, the loading door being open when it's 95 degrees out or whatever. And it, I guess, just takes a while to cool back down.
Yeah. Okay. So Thursday, we came back. Minnie was setting up. Then Jonah rolled in about we opened the booth first, I guess, for sales, maybe.
Yep.
Because the strongman group was having their opening meetings for competitors, and then we opened the booth for the first time, which we've never opened the booth on a Thursday before. So that was actually our first time opening it that early. And then Jonah showed up with his trailer, and everyone had his stuff unloaded in seconds. Like, I think that's the part that Jonah was even shocked by, is just how fast.
Yeah,
it's just literally
I'm not sure
all
he believed
hands
us.
on
I
deck.
was like, no, yeah, if you get here at this time, there will be help. I'm not sure you believed to what extent the help would be there, but yeah, it was there.
Yeah, that Garrett said it took like 20 minutes. That's what I would say. Like it took like 15 minutes or something, and everything was in. So then Thursday night was then the loggers party.
Yes.
Everything felt a little less rushed this year.
Oh, it totally was. Yeah. Basically, between things, there was always a little downtime. It was never.
Yeah, there was like a little downtime between things, which I've never.
This was the best
years,
schedule all year, or that we've ever done, is what I mean.
Yeah, in prior years, sometimes I felt like there was never a second of downtime.
Last year was the worst for that. Last year was
the worst, wasn't it?
And it wasn't even like there wasn't a second of downtime. It was like we were always just like 30 minutes late for everything, it felt like.
Yeah. Yeah, so that improvement is really nice for our quality of life over that weekend. Like that really helps make it. And probably a big part of that is switching it to 2 days.
Yes, that's the biggest difference. Yeah. And then just being more realistic with, what the schedule needs to be to make everything flow right.
Yeah. The loggers get together. Loggers is one of the local bars. It's kind of one of the biggest local bars, I guess, in Western Northeast South Dakota. And we went there last year for the first time. And there again this year, how many people how many crew do you think were at Loggers?
I mean, probably 80-ish.
That's what I figured. Something
had
like that.
10
I mean, it was
tables.
less than 100,
yeah,
right?
But some of those tables were 20-person tables.
Yeah.
And then there was people just standing up everywhere. Like the table I was at was like a 6-person table, but at any given point there was 12 people at it,
It's also kind of interesting that now, especially with events over 3 days and really the powerlifting and strongman being split up, there's such a wide gap of when people even get here for the first time. Like that some are here Wednesday morning for the first time, and some people don't get here like Saturday morning almost to the first time.
I think I'm getting there so early, getting there like Wednesday afternoon, and there's like there's people that was already there Wednesday morning basically. I'm like, how are people beating me to town?
Yeah. And then some people, they kind of miss half of the first things because they're semi-local and they can just drive like the night before they compete or the morning of.
Or even somewhat local, and they just like kind of show up Friday night to weigh in, and then you don't really see them again until Saturday morning.
Right. Yeah. Anything in specific of the loggers?
We got a lot of people there. That's kind of the first time you really run into everyone, or when most people start getting there is Thursday night, So it is just fun to see everyone and get together.
Also, Murphy's Law. Someone always has. There's always a few people that have travel. Mm-hmm. I mean, every year there's a couple people that have disastrous travel conditions or something that goes haywire. Big Tyler, I think, probably took the cake this year on his driving.
Yeah.
And then obviously some flight delays. Someone always gets caught by flight delays.
Toby couldn't rent a car for certain reasons, so he had to catch a ride with Paul last second from Sioux Falls.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He wasn't able to rent a car.
And then, we shut down. What was that? Yeah, Thursday night. I don't know. We wrapped that up, and that was about it, wasn't it? I think you were probably the last one in there.
I was the last one in there because a local person caught me.
I was walking out. I'm like, oh man, Tanner's still here. And I go, do we need to do anything? You go, no, we're good. And I left. I'm like, I think that's it. I think Tanner's it.
I was there for at least 30 minutes or 45 minutes after. Yeah, somebody caught me that I just could not. Couldn't get away from the conversation. And after he's like, oh, I should let you get back to it. And I'm like, everyone else is gone. They've been gone for 30 minutes.
So I got nowhere to be. Let's just keep this going.
So I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking, man, I'm going to, every minute here longer is a minute longer that I can't be in bed getting ready for the next day, you know? So then Friday morning started our first big day, as this being a split competition, because never before was there competing on Friday. And this year there was. So it was strongman competing, which kicked off at, I think, at about 9 or 9:30. The event started, and it was a 50-person, 2-lane strongman show, 5 events, ran beautifully.
Yeah, action-packed. It was go.
Action-packed. People laughed, they cried, they cheered. Like all the emotions wrapped into one of the strongman event. And this is also true for the powerlifting. It becomes very apparent in the strongman, though, that the spotter and loader, is that the right word for strongman? We just say spotter and loader, but like the people moving all the shit around.
Yeah.
Just whipping ass
and working
the entire
so hard.
time. And like working as such a unit, the volunteer crew.
And every one of them is just soaked because they're working so hard.
But it's just like this, everything's an assembly line, and Big Alex says a handy unit.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped in during the last event to help a little bit, was the Rocks event.
Yeah.
And was talking to the guys and joking that I'm like, I'm just here to win the strongest volunteer award, make sure I get on camera as volunteering a little bit. But, a couple of them were even saying like, oh, I was just like, you guys are just crushing it here, like making it look effortless. And no one was complaining. Everyone seemed jacked. Like everyone was like everyone was having fun.
That's
and
what
I'm
it
like,
seemed
oh
like.
yeah, this is how you know it's working.
I guess I shouldn't say that's what it seemed like. That's also what people said. I mean, I asked several people out. I'm like, oh man, that looked tough. Oh, it was really fun. I loved it. So
that's and like, to be fair, it is fun. You know what makes it fun? It's what makes all this stuff fun. It's like, well, yeah, everyone's cool here and we're all working together. So I'm like, we're going to be doing something. So like, this gives us something to do that is fun to all do together. And like Kyle said, it's like working as a team with a bunch of people that you like is actually pretty fun, even if there's quote unquote work to be done,
Mm-hmm.
And you also get the best seat in the house too for the watching the competition, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. You're right there for the action.
But God, they just did such a good job. It's just kind of crazy how well that goes. But events wise for the strongman competition, the first one was the overhead press medley, which I didn't really catch much of that live.
I didn't either with the very first one. It was just tough with the booth and all that.
Then the next one after that, well, and actually I guess my notes on the event is it looked like the circus dumbbell, it was the overhead press medley of circus dumbbell, tsunami bar, and log clean and press for reps. And I think the hardest implement for a lot of people was the circus dumbbell. Some groups cranked out a lot of reps. What I thought was crazy is one of the tightest, most competitive class was I think it's big men. It's the men under 200 pounds. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 or 5 big men light, 4 or 5 of them tied for first place on that. And it wasn't
Really?
like they all like when sometimes if people tie for first place, it's all because something was really hard and they're like, oh yeah, we all got like one rep.
Yeah.
They all got, I'm pretty sure they all got the circus dumbbell, they all got the tsunami bar, and they all pressed either 3 or 5 reps on the log. And they all tied at exactly that. It was like, Grayson, Hogan, Cody, Seth, and one of the other guys.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, maybe I have that wrong or something. But it was something close to that. It was just crazy how tightly packed they all were in that competitive class. Mm-hmm. Then event 2 was the unveiling of the Big Tex 10-foot long deadlift bar from Texas Power Bars. And we had 2 of those, 2 lanes, obviously. And you hadn't really seen anyone deadlift on the Big Tex bar.
Yeah,
before,
not in person. So I got to, by the time they were getting up there on the lifts, I went front row and I actually recorded some of it. It'll be in the vlog, but I got to see Sam and Grayson. They both did 650, didn't they? Or did Sam do a little more?
I think they both did 650.
Yeah, and I have them both recorded in the video, so they'll both be in there, and it's really cool to watch that thing. Watch that thing. I swear that thing, by the time all the weights break the ground, it is at Grayson's kneecaps. Like it's so high when it starts really getting loaded out there.
Yep. So those were the 2 biggest was 650.
Yep. And I think both of them had a lot more in them. But that's all the farther they had to go,
Grayson was 650 your second or third attempt. Well, I think he's watching along live, so 650 was his second. So then he didn't take a third, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. I didn't get to see a ton of that event live either because it was still fairly early on in the day and we're running the booth and stuff. And then the third event was the farmer's carry and tire flip.
Yeah.
Yep. And
that
went really well for an
person.
Yeah, the tire flip indoors. Curious to see how that played out, and it seemed like really well.
Yeah,
Then what was the Crispy Boy keg carry, which is kind of a staple of the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic Strongman show, where they're loading them into the giant drink spotters. Probably the most aesthetically pleasing event that's ever been done in the strongman competition.
Yeah, that was good. And always fun to watch. And then the final one was the Mystery Stones event.
Yes, where it was every class had a combination of natural stones and light stones where they're staggered. The lightest ones are the farthest out. They had to carry them and load them onto the wooden platform.
People were cruising. Like there were some people, I'm like, oh man, that's a fast time. And then the next person comes and beats them by 2 seconds. The next person by 2. I'm like, man, they are getting so fast here.
Who went very first in the rocks event and was throwing everyone over to the other side?
I missed that.
Yeah. The first one I was like, oh, is that Big Mike? Or because whoever went first, I'm like, oof, this is going to be a problem because every single one was like flying over to the other side of the board. And then that ended up not really being a problem later on. But I'm like, whoa.
I didn't see it happen at all, but I can see how it could have.
Yeah, they were just, they said Tom was, they were absolutely flying with them. But the platform also hung in just long enough to finish the event because Seabass was the last, of the biggest men class. And that last natural stone was like 305 pounds and he absolutely power bombed it onto the platform and that front 2x4 completely broke into if you had it on live video slow motion, it completely snaps in two, but like goes, there's enough connection points and stuff that it kind of like stayed together, but it totally snapped it in two when he put that on there.
I mean, it's not surprising, like there's rocks just getting thrown at this wooden shelf repeatedly. Like it makes sense, but I was impressed it held up as well as it did.
And Seabass's whatever 6'6" height at loading, picking that up full extension, he's pretty, when he drops it down, it's falling from 2 feet.
It's traveling. Yes, it's traveling. It's picking up speed.
Yeah, that's Big John says that he thinks the plywood was the only thing that held on, but Seabass is a sight to be seen in himself. Like he is kind of a giant.
He is really big. He's the type
Like
of
if
guy.
you look at his feet and hands, and
that's
stuff,
exactly what I was going to say. His feet and hands are enormous, and not just like, well, yeah, when someone's like 6'7", they have big feet and hands. It's like It always reminds me.
He's got to wear like size 20 shoes or 18 or something.
What the hell? I cannot think of his name. The British strongman. We interviewed him at the Arnold a long time ago.
Terry Hollins.
He's
built like
huge.
that. He is,
but
actually.
his feet and hands are abnormally huge. You know, it's that same thing
yeah.
where, yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun fact people like to say about Seabass is he can hook grip an axle, which is actually true.
Oh, it actually is.
Yeah, he can actually.
Oh, I thought
hook
that
grip
was
an
just a
axle.
joke.
No.
Oh my God. Okay.
He actually can. And potential home gym tour coming up in Seabass's home gym.
Yes,
Might get that in the works.
Definitely.
He's on Gym Radar now. I don't know what's the name of his. Maybe that could be our certified training facility of the week.
Was it like the woodshed or something like that?
Yeah, wood chip den is what Sterling says.
Power barn. There you go.
Yeah, power barn.
It's an interesting collection. Yes. The photos all look like they're moving too.
Brandon O'Doyle, I think that's part. Brandon O'Doyle says probably already on the rogue map. Like, could you see Seabass doing, those, I'm going to call them cheesy because when they just have the person sit there and record their own thing, given we have our own totally different style.
There's a different level of effort and production involved for sure.
When they do that thing on the Rogue ones, I'm like,
it feels like it reminds me of like a 2012 version of the internet. Like it's not really how people do this anymore.
Yeah, it's like come check out my Rogue gym, and then it's like MTV
iPhone
Cribs.
iPhone tripod clip. Like
yeah. Don't like it. Not good. Seabass, though, enormous. Did he win the biggest men class?
I think he did. I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, probably tough to beat Seabass with his extremely long appendages and all of the stuff he's got going on. And his hardships that he conditions that he trains in. Oh, yeah. Brad the Pad was the first time. Was it Brad's first time ever emceeing an event before, or had he done it before? Anyone? Oh yeah, they want to talk about Gary's. So two things. We'll talk about both Brads. So Brad the Pad was the MC. Mm-hmm. I think it was his first time doing an MC job before, which he came very prepared.
He
and did a
great
lot
of
job.
research. I believe he said he was writing notes and getting all the stuff down. So yeah, he did really, really good.
Yeah, and then Gary's Stone Load was also one of the most epic runs of the entire weekend, where he made it to the 4th stone and battled picking the 4th stone, like getting it to his lap. He battled that for just an ungodly amount of time, and then he eventually somehow miraculously summoned this. I've never seen someone like be bent over trying something for so long and then get it.
Yeah.
And there was a shot clock rule in place where that it was a timed event, but if you had it lapped by the time the clock ran out, you got to finish that attempt. If it dropped back to the ground, you're done because the time is over. But so he actually got it just shortly before the shot clock ran out, and then it was a whole nother process for him to get that loaded, and he got it.
Only half done.
And the pictures from him loading that, I made an Instagram post about it, but I actually believe that. I'm like, no, it encapsulates the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic. Where Gary's just jacked out of his mind, and everyone around him is just as pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see Bam Bam, just Big Steven and Big Kyle, I think are the main two in the frame. And then like 5 other people that are just one layer deeper, that everyone has the same reaction. It's just pure like nobody's ever been more excited. Yeah. Like we all did it together. Yeah. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty unique moment. It was really cool. Any other particular moments that stick out of the event? I love the Crispy Boy keg carry.
Yep.
I love the giant drink spotters. Like, I suppose you get desensitized to that if you see them one year, you get to see them again. But I just I don't stop. It's not. It doesn't go past me that how cool that actually is of a spectacle.
Yeah. It does.
Like,
it does look really, really good.
Even like the the reporters that normally come to take pictures, they're like, "Oh, when's that event?" Because they just
Photograph's
recognize
nice. Yes, it does.
that looks good, and it does look good. It is a cool event. That wrapped up at a great time. I don't know, was it like 3 p.m. was the strongman over?
It was something like that. I think in the video you say, it's 3:15. We're already done with awards. We're already packing up.
Yeah, Andrew Hanus was the mystery competitor. He got in there and competed against the biggest men, the super heavyweights. Also, he was just having a blast. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but I'd say he fit in just like he had been to the 3 prior Lift Hard, Live Easy classics. Mm-hmm. And then the costumes also that just were appearing during, just in general, Andy wearing unicorn, the goblin masks and outfits, and just, it's also a costume party.
One of my favorite memes of the entire weekend is someone made the meme of Matt deadlifting with all of that stuff on, and it's like people will tell
Matt
you
Sanchez.
Yeah, people will tell you it's not a cult, but this photo exists. It's like a room full of people watching a guy with no shirt on and pink spandex, also wearing a goblin mask and deadlift. Like, the whole thing is in
and
no
everyone's
context.
Excited about it.
Like, if you didn't know, you'd be like, well, that's an AI photo because it makes no sense at all. But no, it's a real photo, and it really did happen.
Big Kevin pulled his final deadlift, Jefferson deadlift. And it's funny because before he goes to do it, he consults with Matt, who's judging, and be like, is there anything that you know of that says I can't do this as a Jefferson? And he's like, no. So he pulls his final deadlift attempt, only his final Jefferson.
Well, yeah, I got to save best for last,
Well, and also I think there's an element classically in strongman. If it's not in the rule book, don't ask.
Yeah.
Because then they'll tell you, no, you can't do it. So you don't ask, and then you just do it. And in that event, you just wait and do it in the very last one because there's no time for anyone to tell you can't do it again. Then the awards, which were awesome. I think the belt fed Chris, they made really cool
those are really
leather
cool. Yeah.
awards again. And those are awesome. But the coolest strongman awards I've ever seen, to me, by far. Like, it's just been a part of making awards before, of receiving them, I've seen plenty. These were the coolest ever. This whips the shit out of any sword award or anything like that, in my opinion, were the miniature Atlas stones that Jake and Abby made. I just thought that they were so cool. And when you saw them all there lined up, it just looked freaking sweet.
It did, yes. And they had their little ring they sit on with their little plaque. Yeah, that was a really good idea. I thought those were awesome.
Yeah. And there is one Hall of Fame award-winning performance every year. And this year, that was the mini keg that was made to look like the giant, it was the purple Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic keg that Hogan won. Mm-hmm. So, and Hogan, by winning that, actually secured, that was his 15th check mark.
Chain reaction.
Competition win. Yeah, so he is in line for a jacket now coming up soon.
It's big stuff.
The awards went really smooth. I guess I was actually just loading up equipment the whole time during the awards, so I didn't really even pay close attention to the awards, but it seemed like it went really good.
Oh, yeah.
I liked the drink spotter being involved as the platform for the awards.
I like that a lot too. It's a nice little touch.
And then, so by the time awards was over, the group of us that was loading up equipment had like almost everything out of all the strongman equipment, basically out of the convention already. We just had to kind of get things pieced onto trailers.
Yeah. Also makes the whole thing feel way more just not cluttered when there's not 2 days worth of equipment in there all weekend, stuff can get in there and out. And so like that stuff it stayed more organized for sure when there's not so much stuff.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, because so then we had all the strongman stuff out. We took that. Then a group of us went to the gym to unload Ryan Anderson's trailer. He borrowed his flatbed trailer all weekend. So we put all the gym stuff on there. We took that trailer to the gym. Jake was loading his stuff on his trailers. And then by the time we got back from unloading that trailer, you guys had already, Jonah and who you guys that were all helping him already had the warm-up room platforms were all like done.
Yep.
Everything was in place. It was just actually like putting together the platforms, pretty much the two competition platforms, and that which was kind of already started. And then Andrew Preeb and company were coming to do some of the electronics with the TVs and scoring system stuff.
Yep.
But like by the time I got back, I don't know if I'd say it was maybe like 4 p.m. or something like that.
I think so. And for the most part, the part of Massenomics people being involved was basically done because it was getting into the more technical details of meet director stuff. So yeah, we were moving fast again.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Friday, then we're into Friday night, right? Which is the backyard party of the year.
Mm-hmm. And we always say this, like it's a big party, but you go to you do this a few times, like, well, yeah, this is what the party always looks like. And then when we take that damn group photo, it's like, no, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. There's a lot of people at this thing.
No, you can actually see in the comparison photo, a great way to compare it is by the size of the Massenomics banner.
That was
photo.
the perfect, yes. And it is.
Yeah.
It's just every year it gets farther and farther away because there's so many people.
Yeah, the ChatGPT estimated that there was like 190 people in that photo. I'm sure collectively there was over 200 people in and out.
Once you factor in all the kids that people had there, and
yeah,
you had some family and stuff around that I'm not sure was in the photo either. Like
Right.
there was another 20 to 30 people that weren't in the photo, I think.
Yeah, and then just timing some people that had probably hadn't gotten there yet or had already left. Like there may have been around 250 people total that participated in, and it is a lot. For anyone that hasn't been there or doesn't know, it is, when I say backyard party, is at my house in our backyard. Like I don't know, and I'm always the first one there, of course, but I don't know what was the parking situation like this year. Where were people even parking at?
I don't know, because we got there pretty early too at first. So when I pulled up, I told my wife, I'm like, oh, we've never parked this close to Tanner's house for parking on the street, because we were just at the next door neighbor's house.
Yeah, Mofo said it wasn't that bad.
Okay, must have carpooled.
Brandon said they parked in my garage. Yeah, Huck. Actually, I was outside talking to one of my neighbors that I like today, and asked, I was like, oh, I hope everyone didn't get too rowdy and you got to sleep. But it's a neighbor I like, so we're just goofing around, and he's like, no, it was great. We just were sitting around checking it out, watching it, and this guy and his family from Chicago were here. We told him to just pull right in here, and it was Huck Finn. He didn't say Chicago, but Scotcheroos, I think it was a PR for Scotcheroos made and consumed.
Was there like 5 pans of them or what?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 pans of Scotcheroos this year.
Every time I'd go in, I'm like, how is there still Scotcheroos there right now?
There was a lot.
How have they not been all eaten?
Yeah, there was a lot of Scotcheroos. So I never really got I never really had a chance to ask people much about the Scotcheroo. I start to take things for granted by year 4 that it's like, now this is just what we do.
Yeah.
But there's probably a big group of people that got to experience Scotcheroos for the first time. And there's some things that are regional that if you're like, let's be real, it's not actually that good. It's just the thing that we eat around here. But Scotcheroos are good.
Crowd pleaser every time.
Yeah, Scotcheroos are legit. Then we also, crazy with that many people, one of my other neighbors made, he's a big smoker, griller guy, and he made just a few houses down. He actually smoked all the meat.
Oh, that's where that came from.
I can't remember how many pounds exactly it was that we bought. I should actually have that statistic, but it was crazy. When the whole thing was said and done, there was one large Tupperware container left over as all.
Really?
Just like a regular size, not like,
we just made some food, we have a little extra.
That's what it was. Like if you made it for your family and like, well, we've got enough for leftovers for a few days here,
wow, that's good. That's good guessing on the numbers. Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is actually crazy that it turned out that close. And there was maybe like 20 or 30 buns left was all too.
Wow.
And we had a lot of freaking buns also.
Yeah. A lot of beverages were there as well. I don't know if you noticed that.
You know, we
Pools
do
full of them.
Yeah, we do the kiddie pools full of beverages every year. And then also a bunch of people bring beverages. So the beverages just start like compiling from everywhere. And I think it was it Big Scott that I had some of his Kansas City? I don't know. I tried just so many various things because people are always handing you a different beverage. So I tried. Oh, I got to do my annual
whiskey tasting.
Whiskey tasting.
Yeah.
I got that. Someone edited a kind of a funny video of that. I'll share at some point in time too. Yeah, Joe and Matt roped me into that this year. You know, Matt's usually mostly squat videos. Matt is usually heavily involved in that. And yeah, I still don't like it. Every year I'm like, yep, I'm going to give this
this is the year.
really good shot. Oh yeah. Hannah had brought Frescas, the hard Frescas too.
Right. Yeah.
Kept saying we're going to get Fresca sloppy.
I did not remember. I mean, I remember when they were on the podcast like 5 years ago. I don't remember talking about it at all.
Yeah. Just getting Fresca sloppy.
Did you see this when Huck went in the bathroom or in the outhouse? And
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah, he went in the porta potty and they all started shaking it on him.
Yeah, Big Kyle taught me the secret about the whiskey, though. Nobody actually likes it. It's all, they're just all in on it.
An elaborate scheme by everyone.
Yeah, they're all just in on it. And the party, it started to rain a little bit at the beginning, but I had checked the rate. You could tell it was just going to be a little drizzle in and out. It actually cooled it down pretty good. The temperature wise was legit. Like it was awesome.
Because it was supposed to be about like 90 degrees or something. And yeah, it just stayed somewhat cool.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say cool, but it stayed comfortable.
Well, also that's the other thing this weekend. It was, I don't know, 95 degrees almost the entire weekend. It was by far the hottest Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic that we've gotten. This was year 4 was the hot one.
Yeah, it was.
That was year 4 was our worst nightmare from when we were back in the OD.
Oh God.
You know, that
it would have just ended people if we had it in the OD. I mean, it would have been actual legit health concerns.
Yeah. Huck Finn did a live podcast. Huck Finn Barbell show. Yep. Huck Finn and Bryce did a party cast from the shed where they had the equipment set up inside the shed and recorded out to the party. I did listen to most of that and it was pretty good. It was funny. You know, they got several different people from the party to come on and it was like the party cast a little bit.
There were several people that came up to me. They're like, if there's one thing we know, it's a party cast is a great podcast.
Yes. Yes. Everyone loves the party cast. Brandon said the mosquitoes weren't bad. What I'll say, this may have been the starkest line in the sand year where I didn't notice a single mosquito the entire evening until it got dark. And man, did they come out like a plague. Like, you know, when we talk about that joke, like that you can't even stand to do the thing, or the joke is, when I get sick of people, I unleash the mosquitoes because man, there was I know Joey E was there and a few, I can't remember who was all sitting around. If Garrett, maybe he was there, but they got absolutely, the second it got dark, unbearable.
Oh, my wife, you know, she left a little bit earlier with the kids and I got home. I had my clothes on and she goes, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "What's wrong with your arms and your legs?" I'm like, I was outside for 10 minutes in the dark. Like that's how bad it was.
It got really bad really quickly. And there was the after party this year at Schwanni's.
You're forgetting two things though. So we had
our Hall of Fame ceremony.
We had our Hall of Fame ceremony.
One of the most important things of the whole weekend.
Yes. Started with the cup people. Turns out when you have cup people involved with jacket people, there's a lot of them these days. That number is getting up there, isn't it?
Yeah. We're actually almost completely out of cups from this run. So hopefully we can get those remade to get more Hall of Fame cups because I think we gave away at least 10 10 people made the cup level.
You said we're going to give away some cups. I thought,
actually,
you like handed me a sleeve of them. Like, well, we're going to give 3 of these things. And the people just kept coming in line. Like it was just one person after another. And I thought we were going to run out, but yeah, eventually we did reach the end of the cup level people. And then we moved on
which
to
we
jackets.
made it. We're now up to 67 people have made it to 12 achievements on the Massenomics Hall of Fame card. This year, the Hall of Fame ceremony must have been more pronounced and meaningful than other years because the number of not closely affiliated Massenomics were people that were there that wanted to know more details about what this Hall of Fame. Like I got asked like 10 times, like, oh, tell me what are these achievements and what do people have to do to get there? And the amount of explaining to that was more than ever. But I think the Hall of Fame ceremony was very elaborate to this time. So
yes, it was. Yeah, we had, you had the PA system this time. It really made it official.
I'm on the wrong side of it to make this assumption, but I feel like that was a big help.
It did. Oh, watching the video, you can hear it all so clearly, played back. That made it a lot more added to the presentation for sure.
Yeah. Anthony had mentioned that he had that available and to bring that. And it really, really helped. Yes. Instead of the crappy
like
toy megaphone. That's for anyone that doesn't know, that's literally just a toy we use in one of the kids' megaphones.
Oh, it looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then, the jacket ceremony, Kevin and Toby both made it.
Yep. Both received. And we, in total, after they received their jackets, 14 plus us with our jackets, there was, not counting us, there was 14 jacket level members.
How many jacket level people are there total?
17 have received their
See, that's what I was
jacket
looking
now.
at the picture. I'm like, just statistically, you want to say they're not all here, and I don't think they are, but I'm like, this has to be almost everyone.
I think the only ones not in attendance, only jacket levels were Scott Dodds, Lou Nutter, and who's number 3? No, Joey has not received his jacket yet. No one's in the Hall of Fame jacket level until they receive their jacket. Just like right now, we actually have 3 people. Well, actually 4. There's now 4 people that are
eligible,
have hit the requirements. They just you have to wait until a ceremony. But who is the other one?
I know if we pulled up the site, we'd figure out in a hurry, but
I just don't want to forget them. I'm like, I feel like I have this down. It's Scott Dodds.
Here, I got it right here. We are missing.
Maybe there was only 2 not there. Oh, Jake from State Farm.
There you go, right here. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Jake from State Farm. That's right. So those are the only 3 that have received their jackets that weren't actually in attendance. So it was
That's still
the
pretty
largest
impressive.
gathering of jacket level jacket recipients ever.
And people can check out, I'm looking on it right now, massenomics.com/HOF. And you can see all of the Hall of Fame jacket ceremony photos when everyone receives their jacket. And it's really funny, just the time machine of looking at all these take place.
And that, to get to the jacket level, you have to complete 15 of the 16. And for anyone that's not familiar with the list, it is not a cakewalk. For those 17 that have received their jackets, it
takes a lot of time and effort. You do not accidentally get to anywhere.
You don't
close to that
accidentally
number.
even close. Like, it takes a lot. You got to participate in a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of it, I believe, in my opinion, is fun.
Yes.
And it's things you want to do.
I mean, I think when we made this, I don't know, did we ever think it was possible for 17 people to get a jacket when we even made this? I think our idea was like, someday in the far future, a couple people will do this. Like, I think that was our thought process.
No, that's what our actual thought, that it would be that I don't think we ever believed it would make it to this many. No, I really don't think that at all. But very cool that it has. Like, that's a very pleasant surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Joey is waiting until an in-person event for him to receive this. We talked about Hogan, who he hit his, so that'll be coming soon. We've got Jake the Snake, who will be hitting his within a couple weeks. And then we'll get to a couple more that actually are hit it because of other awards that happened this weekend. But I was going to say, or what else did I miss about that? Did I miss something else about the Friday night party too?
Yeah.
I got
Lauren
two other
won
notes
Best
also.
Dressed. He got the ceremonial George Foreman grill, which I also forgot about all this stuff until I start watching the video. I'm like, wait, what's Tanner doing with that George Foreman grill? I'm like, yep, I do remember that now.
Yes, because the Friday night party has always been unofficially a costume contest also. This year I thought it was fitting. We really need to actually give an award for the best. Everyone dresses up for Friday. You know, so you'll see people in just bib overalls. You'll see people in their craziest Massenomics gear, whether it's stuff they've gotten from us over the years, their rarest pieces. You know, you'll see the Raglan 45 jersey come out.
A lot of
you'll
just
see
custom stuff as well.
like stuff that people made themselves, you know, like their own tie-dye patchwork version. Also just meme shirts, you know, like
a lot of meme clothing.
David
Matthias and
Hunter
Antony's.
had his like freestyle, old
it
style
took me
parody.
way too long to realize that wasn't a real shirt. That was
I never even noticed. Someone had to point it out to me later. I just thought it was a regular shirt. You know, Garrett has his twin shirt. What did Matthias and Antony have?
the
Matthias
proposal one where it was Matthias's head on Antony's girlfriend.
What was Mostly Squat Video? I don't know if Mostly Squat Video Matt ever wore this, if he actually ever wore it, because the Matts wore all the Matts wore Massenomics.
Yeah, the
Matt Sanchez made that. Yeah, they had Massenomics
too. Yeah.
But did Matt show you? I think it was what he was going to wear otherwise. Does anyone have a picture of Matt wearing the all over print, the black shirt with the red all over print? You know, it's that one that is in lore that the guy was walking around Aberdeen.
Yeah, like the test.
It was
one?
the test.
Oh,
run.
I never saw that.
He remade the.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then Tron was wearing his homemade Horstall mat
sandals.
Which looked insanely uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Like he'd lift his foot up and there was like a leg between when the
funny part about that is the party started with Barefoot Shoes showing us a custom pair of boots they made that had Horstall mat soles on them on these boots. And they're like, like the first pair of Horstall mat footwear. Like, man, these suck to make. And it wasn't 30 minutes later, Tron comes in. He's like, hey, check this out. And he has Horstall mat sandals.
there was two people that came with custom Horstall mat footwear. The barefoot boots with the Horstall mat sole are legitimately impressive. They're extremely nice. And it's like the upper section is all denim and leather combined. Yeah. It was actually made from a pair of Blake's blue jeans, I think.
Denim/leather boot with Horstall mat soles. It's just so crazy.
I know we forgot a lot of crazy apparel, but like my point there, it is a costume party. Mm-hmm. Lauren won. Lauren had a fully custom space jumpsuit, and he also made the space helmets that were around all weekend.
And it was decked out. The space jumpsuit had custom patches, embroidery. I mean, it was just full of Easter eggs and decoration that you had to really look at.
Yeah. So he won the used George Foreman grill.
That
got dropped on my doorstep earlier this year.
Did it? Oh yeah.
So
okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were saying they left it there, but
he mailed it. It showed up today.
Oh, it did.
He mailed it to himself because they flew. So
okay,
it's probably going to have a spot in Wild Iron Fitness, I would imagine.
I loved the photo of like them proposing on Brock the Rock with that thing. That was so funny.
That was extremely funny. It was Cam on the Rock. And Lauren won one. That was one of the funniest photos.
Was really, really good. Just the whole thing is so stupid.
The George Foreman grill, like it's a ring box. That is really funny.
Someone left the comment that they're like, man, the Menards sign in the background makes this the most Midwestern thing ever. It's like you couldn't have planned it any different. Someone put it in the Facebook group for it, apparently, or Josh did.
So funny. Also, I love They put it. They put it in
it's
the
in the
Facebook
Car vs.
group.
Rock
Yeah.
Aberdeen Facebook group. Yeah.
That's actually really funny. I'd like to see the comments on that. If there's any like of the locals, they're like, wait a second, what's going on here? A lot of good Brock the Rock pictures from people in general this year. Then it was the after party at Schwanny's. After party.
Also, though, we do got to say big thank you to the Baird family because that is quite the ordeal to host every year. And I know a lot of people don't know this, but the beverages don't magically show up. The lawn isn't magically cut. The mosquitoes don't magically get sprayed. There's a lot of prep work that goes into that.
There is. And a lot
of people have also never will host a 200 person party at their house either. So
it's basically like, for anyone that's gotten married,
very
before,
similar to that.
It's like having that
a little less formality, but the logistics are mostly there.
The logistics are basically the same. It's just, it is just less formal, but it's basically the same. You don't ever really throw parties like that.
No.
And I sent my wife the picture today of all the different years in the background, and she goes, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense that I kind of forget that it's gotten that much bigger, but that makes sense why it's so much more stressful getting it, because look, I thought the first year there was a ton of people there.
I remember
thinking
that
first year, I'm like, this is crazy.
In my mind, that still is almost like a high watermark. It just seems like there were so many people there, and you go back and look, it's like, I don't know, was it like 40 people maybe? Like we could just fill up like 3 tables, and that would.
And maybe we didn't take because we didn't have this whole formula down, so maybe we didn't take the picture at the right time.
But I don't think we're missing a lot of people there.
No. But don't you remember thinking it just seemed like, wow, this is a huge party.
I'm like, there's people from out of state, like Grant and the Strength Co crew is here. There's so many people. And now there's just so many people you almost don't even touch base with I mean, it's actually hard to talk to everyone because there's so many people.
It is really hard. It's hard to talk to everyone over the course of the entire weekend. Like every crew member that comes, I want to at least like have a one-on-one chat with them once.
It's hard. I do too, and I know I did that or not. Don't. No, I know I don't, and it's never intentional. But God, it's really really tough.
I think I don't think there was hardly a person that I didn't at least get to chat with for a little bit. But some people it's not very long, just because it's just impossible, it's just,
and there's totally times where I'm like, I got to go talk to so-and-so. And I'm seeing they're in some really deep conversation. I'm like, I don't need to come in and just totally interrupt. Somebody will talk to them later. And a lot of people I did catch later. I'm sure there's some people I did not catch later though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It is just crazy how in hindsight, at the time you think year one's bigger, at the time you think year two's big, and then you just see that picture and it just really puts it into perspective. It's like, no, it seemed big because it's all relative.
Yeah, you've never seen this many Massenomics supporters in one place before.
Right. Yeah. So it's just relative. And like, that's just what your mind, whereas if you could have thrown if this was year one, imagine the reaction of that you'd be like, what is going on here? We have to stop this.
Yep.
I'm going to say, I like to think of who is the MVP of every crew outing, and I'll separate the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic into nights. I don't really have a strong MVP candidate for Thursday. Nobody really stood out as an MVP style performance. Got to say, Friday night, Big Joe might have been in the running for most valuable player that night. Joe was MVP of the night is not a contest win, Keith. Nice try. But by the end of the night, Joe was definitely in MVP form. And that was after competing in Strongman.
Wait, when you say end of the night, how late are we talking here?
Oh, by the end of my house.
Oh, and okay, I don't know if you're saying at Schwanny's or like.
Then definitely. I didn't get to experience it firsthand, but I don't know if Joe's watching along live or not. But by the end of my house, he was already absolutely in MVP form. And he also had to compete in powerlifting the next morning too, which I do not know how he did powerlifting at the end of the night.
I don't know how anyone that did both did it. Like
who told me the story? I can't remember. Joe did get lost. The Schwanny's front entrance.
Oh yeah.
It's like a breezeway. It's kind of in Joe's defense, it is a bit of an odd breezeway, and there is like at least one extra door in there.
Yeah.
But he did get lost in the breezeway.
Okay.
Someone had to go back for him.
Interesting.
And he was in there, and they said, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I just got lost in here."
Okay.
He was stuck in the breezeway.
First time I've heard of that. I can see how it might happen, but
Yeah. Yeah. So he was in MVP form for sure. So Big Joe, Friday night MVP this year.
well
And
done.
competing in doing powerlifting the next day is just wild.
I do feel jealous though. I did miss out on the Schwannies after party because I had to get back, but I when I was in bed and I'm looking at Discord and I see the photo of Schwannies completely empty except for all of the people I know in the front room there, it just looked like the most AI photo ever taken. And never in a million years would I believe that was real unless I was just there with those people and heard them say they were going there.
Yes. I did not. I was just about ready to go, but then I honestly just had a lot of work to do of cleaning stuff up to get it even our house just livable to get through the next couple days. But I was very close to going.
It was
Yeah, and then
funny
Tron
stuff.
seemed to have been the lone wolf at the very end of the night there.
Yeah, someone's got to be. Tron's as good as anyone to hold that down.
I don't know if it was Bizarro Tron or not, but so then Saturday was the powerlifting meet, right?
Yeah.
2-platform powerlifting meet in the Ramkota again this year. Jonah Leo Strength was the meet director. We were more involved with the powerlifting setup and I don't know if setup's just the right word. We were just more involved than we have been
Kind of
in
the
the past
overall
years.
logistics. Yeah.
Yeah, we were more involved in the logistics and stuff like that. I would say they really tricked me on the pipe and drape
It's a bit of a bait and switch there.
in like multiple ways, not giving me what we had talked about or planned on.
Well,
or
I believe
anything.
the quote was, do you guys have pipe and drape? Yes. What color is it? It's like a lighter cream color, I think is the exact quote we got. Not
Yes.
sheer wedding see-through white. But so that was a bit of a surprise.
Not like lace white,
See-through.
frilly.
Yeah. Really fit the vibe well.
So that was a little, in hindsight, I didn't even really care about that because with our banners and stuff in front of it.
Covered most
Also,
of it.
because we'll get at least one more new banner next year, at a certain point, it will just actually
all
be
banners.
We almost don't even need it because it's
I
just
know.
covered in banners.
Uh-huh.
You still have it, I suppose, because it's just an extra layer of that. But at a certain point, you don't even really see it because of the banners that cover it up. So it's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. Not the correct aesthetic, though, at all.
No.
I was picturing like a non-translucent cream color that
Yeah.
wouldn't be. I was just, to give myself, maybe I was even like looking at through more rose-colored glasses. I was picturing tan.
That's exactly what I thought too. Yep.
I was picturing tan and completely not see-through at all.
Mhm.
Like I was picturing a thick tan curtain.
Yeah, to me, that's kind of what pipe and drape is. This is more of like a backdrop for a wedding than anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And you were in what flight?
So I was in the second
2?
flight. There was 3 flights. I
You
was
were
in
platform 2, flight 2.
yeah, flight 2, platform 2, and each platform had about 40-ish lifters on it.
Yep.
What was interesting when Jonah said was there 17 people that didn't make weight.
Said it's the largest number of people that didn't make weight for powerlifting meet that he's run by far.
And he's been doing
Like,
meets
not
for
even-
like 20 years.
Yes.
Like, well, yeah, that's kind of the vibe we're going for here. I actually did make weight this year. Last year I did not make weight. This year I did, which surprised me. I thought there was no way I was going to eat all this bar food for like 3 straight days, but I did come in like a pound under. So that was good. But yeah, with all the people missing weight, it did change the flights a little bit. And this is also the first meet I ever did that had lifting cast, where you're getting a live update, which is actually pretty nice. I actually, as a
Like,
lifter,
were you looking at it on your phone?
yeah, because that's
Yeah.
what Matthias is like. Oh, when you do a lifting cast meet, just pull it up on your phone. It's right there. And I'm like, that does make sense. So when I was in the back, I just had it up on my phone. So I always knew what was going on. There was also TVs, they could look at, but at times there's 8 guys standing in front of the TV, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, everyone move just for me. So I pulled up my phone and it was good. And then, as far as the meet going, then it went insanely fast. The flight in front of us, this is what was crazy. The flight in front of me, the flight 1, had like 9 guys in it. And 9 guys, especially when a lot of them are lighter squats, goes really fast. Like really, really fast. So fast that, first of all, when I was warming up, I'm looking at the flight and I'm like, oh, Larry's in my flight now. There's no way Larry's pulling. I know Larry. I'm like, there's no way he's opening up lifting cast on his phone and looking. And so we're warming up and I'm like, Larry's not here. He definitely doesn't know. I go out in the hallway and I don't know if you know this, Tanner. Larry was a little on edge already about the meet. Yeah. And when I'm out there, I'm like, Larry, you're in my flight. And man, it was full on deer in the headlights look out of him. He was just, what? And I'm like, we're warming up. You got to get out here. He's, where's my shit? Where's my shit? So he's running and grabbing his stuff. But
I can't believe he wasn't. Well, I guess he just wasn't checking. He wasn't.
Yeah,
checking
and I don't blame him totally.
Yeah.
Like if
he would have known, he would have been the first person warming up.
Yes, and if I hadn't talked to Jonah, I would just assume that flights wouldn't change. But with all the weights moving around, that's why they did it. And but yeah, 9 people in front of us. The fastest squat warm up I've ever had to do. I had to skip a couple warm up sets even because it was going so fast. And luckily, by the time I got to my opener, our flight had was like 17 guys in it. So the flight itself had good timing once it got going. But yeah, it flew through those first ones. And I was not feeling it. I'm like, oh my God, between rushing here, feeling, 3-4 days of just standing. I mean, we're on our feet for like 3 or 4 straight days, basically,
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not feeling the best all of a sudden. I'm just, you start doing the thing where you're doubting yourself. But warm-ups did move pretty good. And I went out, my first one was like 495 or 485, something like that. And it moved really fast. And, that's always the first one to get off the board. You feel good when you do that.
How much was it, do you think?
I can't remember if it was 485 or 495. It was one of those two.
Under 500, but close to 500.
Yep, right around 500. And that moved fine. I think my second one was 515. And my biggest squat of the year last year was like 511 or whatever the kilo equivalent is. And got done with that one. And it moved a touch slower in my head than I thought. Like that was the last number I took in my prep. And at the time I thought it just flew. And this one, I felt like there was just a little bit the slowdown there. And so the plan was if things were going good, it was going to jump to 530. I thought, didn't feel the best. I'll go 525. And I got 525. It moved just fine. Like looking back, 530 was probably there all day, but just, it's fun to make numbers. And if my number one concern was having the perfect meet, I also wouldn't do it at this meet. I would do it at just a regular meet where we're
right.
Where we're not doing all
too.
We're not doing 10,000 other things.
For sure.
But trying to make the best of it and actually, do the best I can. And so, I was happy with that. I did know at that point, though, not hitting 530 was going to make my goal of hitting my new all-time PR very challenging unless things turned. And I didn't talk about this on the podcast, but my last bench session, I was telling you about this. I kind of strained like my pecs. Both of them actually did not feel great. My left one was really bugging me. And I didn't take any benching for like the last 10 days because it was just actually after I'd done it the next day, 135 was very painful. And I'm like, am I just going to have to do straight up token benches? And so I was a little on edge about that. The day before the meet, I went into the gym and I did a nice warm up just to feel good. And I worked up to like 255 and it didn't hurt. So I'm like, okay, I can at least go for an opener and see what happens.
Right.
And so I still didn't quite have like the full on, just because my bench was feeling really good going into the meet. I didn't have like the full on attack mindset, that you normally have and you would prefer to have.
Which you, especially at a meet.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, I'm going to have to, because I was thinking in a perfect world, bench would be somewhere like 360 to 365, maybe even a little more. And I had to just bump things down. Which I think
would have been accurate.
I think so, judging by how training went. I bumped things down. The second attempt, I got 342, and it moved okay, but it wasn't great.
Did it hurt your pec at all?
No, it didn't hurt, but it just still, there was kind of that thing in the back of your mind. So I just bumped it one more to 347 on my third attempt. And, I was really getting in the zone for it. I got out there. I took the lift off, and the thing I always say in my brain, this is what I tell myself for bench, especially, it's like, don't move until you hear sounds. You never move on bench until you hear a sound. Start, press, rack, all of it. You're never moving until you hear a sound. And I bring it out, I'm holding it there, and I hear a loud noise, and I start to go, and the second I start to go, I hear start. And I'm like, I totally jumped the call. I reacted to a different noise. And at that point, it's just, you're out of it. Like, you've jumped it. So like, there was pretty much no effort put into that one. And that's the first time I've ever jumped a call on bench, but that's okay. It was a 5. I ended up missing out on 5 pounds there. And then we went to deadlifts, and deadlifts actually felt great. Deadlifts felt great. Actually, deadlifts always feel really good for me on warm up on a meet day.
Yeah.
I think it's because you're just basically ripping singles. So it just does feel good.
Right.
And I think my opener there was like 500-ish, 495 again. And second attempt was 515. 515 moved really fast too. The thing that was a little concerning is 515 didn't feel totally locked in on my grip. So the final attempt, I went to 530, and I really got those hands chalked up, got psyched up, went out there, and it moved really, really good. Actually moved great.
Yep.
Probably the fastest 530s ever moved for me. The lockout was it was question, it was really tough.
Was your grip slipping?
My left hand was slipping. Yeah.
That's because I was watching that one. I was with me and Ryan were watching that one. And I think your lockout was only because of your grip slipping.
That was what it is. It's always my left hand. It's
Ryan
always,
was just hold on. And I was also watching your hands, and I could just see your one hand like not holding on very well, like it was just moving.
And I got one red on that. I got one red on it, but I did get it. And not my finest deadlift ever. But as far as the moving of the weight, I think it's probably the fastest I've ever moved 530. That part felt really, really good. Yeah. And so that wraps it up. And my day, my all-time PR was like 1406, and I ended the day at 1394, I think. So I was like 12 pounds short. You say, well, I bumped squat down 5, bench way underperformed. In a perfect world, I'd be right there, but I mean, I can live
Was
with
that a
all
bench
day.
all-time PR though?
No, last year I did 347.
Okay.
Or 349, whatever the kilo is. I hit that, and I smoked it last year. So I was a touch under there, but I'm within a few pounds on most of my numbers. So I was happy with today. 8 for 9. I was really, I had no regrets or anything. I was really, really happy with the performance. And it was actually technically at a slightly lighter weight than my 1402. When I did the dots calculation, I can't remember what my exact body weight was. It's like a 1 point dot difference. I think I'm under what my PR was. So I'm right there with it. It does get me kind of excited. Like, if I could have one more good year of training, like I could crush this next year, but we'll see how it goes. As a lifter though, a few things that we did different this year. We had a slightly different setup for the warm-up room. We had, I think, was it one less combo?
One less combo.
I can say that was, at least from my point of view.
And then we moved the platforms. We cheated last year we saved a little space around the front because we're limited of how far out we can move the competition area. And we saved a little bit of that for like judges' chairs last year. This year they had chairs set up. We literally like moved a row or two of chairs out of there and cheated that up as far as we possibly could. So it also was like a few extra feet of depth.
Yeah. And there was no strongman equipment back there either, and I don't, not that there was a ton last year, but the only thing in there was powerlifting stuff. So I thought the warm-up room felt spacious damn near. Like there was no concern about running into people or running out of room. So
there's also something with the group of people that was lifting this year and maybe some that were there in years past that there was nobody back there that brought like 20 people.
That is also a big difference. Yes. I remember last year multiple times being like, and maybe it's because I was in the third flight last year. So there was still second flight hanging around and the first flight was getting ready to come back in. But I just remember every time last year thinking, why are there so many people here? And in the second flight, I never thought that once. I just thought, yep, the correct people are here. And and then, we behind the scenes talked a lot like 5 versus 6 warm-up platforms. Like, is it going to be okay? Yep. 5 was not an issue at all. It was really good. The only thing I had to complain about is that I made the boneheaded move of deciding to bench and squat warm up in the Titan combo, which I don't know if people know this. Titan combos are not good. If you see that one, go warm up on any of the other ones.
We went from 6 Titan combos to 1.
Yeah,
so at least
somehow I kept the
great
dream
improvement.
alive of using the one Titan combo again. But yeah, there's a reason that those things they don't make those anymore,
quit
and people
making
don't
those.
want them.
They don't make those like they used to. They stopped making them altogether.
No, don't even. Yeah,
They were so bad they just gave up.
yeah, they're not good. If you're looking for a combo, don't buy a Titan one. Don't buy it. But
Megan even said it was much easier to navigate the warm-up room, and she's someone that spatial navigation is very important. So if she agrees that it's better, then it was better.
yeah,
What was the temperature like in the warm-up room?
I was warm for squats. I was warm
Yep.
for squats. I'm always warm for squats. But after that, I never thought of the temperature once again. Partly why I was warm for squats is because we were just racing through them. I mean, it was speed squats. We went so fast.
Yeah.
But after that, I never thought about the temperature once again the rest of the day.
Yeah. So the warm-up room was an improvement,
Yes.
certainly.
Yep.
Probably not perfect. There's probably always something to improve. We also are just sort of confined by the space we have, too.
Yeah, I did like
this is-
this year we did use Jake's projector screens. I like that as a lifter and as a spectator. I really like that. You got done lifting, you could just turn to your side and the big screen was right there waiting for you. You could see, the lift. And then if you were in the crowd watching, it was a lot easier to see. I mean, on the TVs, you can maybe see the kilos. There's no way you see pounds. You could actually see the pounds and the kilos and, the attempts, all that. So I like that projector screen. That was a good touch.
Yeah.
Getting those.
I was
on there.
using those whenever I was emceeing. I was looking at those. Like you can see the lights really easily, even from the back of the room on those then too.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of anything else powerlifting wise stood out. I mean, I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but yeah, I just had a lot of fun. At this point, it's now, what have I done? I don't know. Have I done 6 meets or something? You do start to feel like, I've done this before. I really, really get how this whole thing works after doing enough of these to where it starts. I'm not going to say you don't get nervous because there's always a little bit of that, but it used to just like, I would just feel wrecked going into it. I was so worked up before meets.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, like I know I'm going to hit my opener. Like I have that confidence now. I know I'm going to hit my openers. Even my second attempts for the most part, I'm not really that worried about it. It's like, no, I'm here for third attempts. That's what I'm here for today.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, you can just kind of have fun and play loose really until the third attempts come along. And that's so you can really dial it up. And yeah, it is just fun. It is just fun to do that.
I would also say consider it an advantage at time, or obviously a disadvantage in some ways. But when we're also running a lot of the event and stuff, you're nervous about other things, which you can only be nervous about so many things at one point in time. Like when I did the strongman the second year, up until like literally going out the first time, I'm like, oh yeah, wait a second, I'm supposed to be worried about this. Like you're worried about 17 other things. So you're like, I forgot I was supposed to be worried about this.
That is the nice thing about meet day is, well, one, the last 2 years, I have slept great the night before the meet. I'm like, I got like 7 hours of sleep. I didn't wake up. I just went to bed. That's typically not how meet day went for me back in the day. And then when I show up, selfishly, I'm like, well, nothing is my problem today because I'm lifting, or at least for the next 7 hours, I'm not worried about nothing. And like, that is fun after all, just the months and months and months of prep work we put into all this stuff, but the behind the scenes thing, to just be like, hey, for a few hours, not worried about anything here. And, then, you get to just go and have fun. And it's the whole thing of, people that haven't done it don't realize, but when you actually like train, you've done it many, many times. When you put a date on a calendar and train for something long-term, to finally get to do the thing is very rewarding. Like you get this major sense of accomplishment out of it. And it's really fun.
Other notes I have, the Minnesota Department of Lifter Safety, I think was only able to bring 5 this year. So the spotter, and they've done the spotting and loading every year and have done awesome. So they led the spotting and loading crew, which was then filled by the Massenomics crew.
And they rocked
and
it.
Crew, and did not miss a beat from the prior years. Like just as good. as ever. So they absolutely crushed it. And every event, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift, the spotting and loading, was like an A+, I guess, actually. So
I remember at one point in the back, that first flight was going so fast. I heard Andrew while he was while he was judging, and like the spotters and loaders were going so fast too. I heard Andrew tell the spotters and loaders to slow down. This is going too fast, because the attempts were just flying. It was like hard to keep up. So like for having rookies in the mix, they did really, really good.
Yeah, Pavlo, who I think did all of them, he said, just a bit behind the curtain as a loader, I was competing with all other loaders to be the fastest.
Yeah, and that's like, what they always, I remember them always telling us that.
Because,
they did great.
It was really fast. And then also Big Brian and Big Jess were the scorekeepers table. I think Jess got asked to do that about 10 minutes before it was time.
Yep,
and we knew we were
really, really good.
Jonah had a couple things come up where a few family members and stuff that were going to come weren't able to at the very end. And she stepped up, and I like in here, she actually mentioned, she always volunteers for a bunch of stuff. So she always is kicking ass, but I like, she said, I loved hitting the guys with, hey, good job. Now, how about you put some weight on the bar after their second attempts, which I like that. That's good. Other things, the critique, which I think is very valid and real, is that the platforms were warped and wobbly.
Yep.
The plywood sucked. So that's something that, fortunately, is easily corrected for the next one.
Yep. And I would 100% agree with that. That was my biggest thing I noticed as a lifter was especially when I got to deadlifts,
which I think is fair. Also, I think it could be improved, and this was part of the, Jonah being short-staffed, is if we had, say, call him either a second score table person at each spot, or if you call him an expediter, someone that's literally just like making sure people come over to put their attempts in, and then just making sure people know when they're up. Because even though it's on lifting cast, and like when I'm emceeing, I also, when the bar is loaded, I do try to say that. I just think people as the lifter, you're not hearing that. Even if you don't, a lot of people have headphones on, so you're literally not hearing it.
I have headphones on the whole time, so anything even verbal, if you I'm not going to hear
have them on, I still don't think you're hearing it. Even if it's loud enough, you're just like in the zone and you're not listening to that.
Yeah. I guess what I did, and because we had these sheer curtains that you could see through, I just had lifting cast up on my phone, so I knew who was up in my flight, and I see, okay, Zach, or typically like Steve or Zach. Steve or one of the Zachs was in front of me every time. And I would just, once the flight would load up, I would just look at that attempt who was in front of me. And I see, it goes Steve, then Zach, then me. And I just watch Steve go out. I'm like, all right, I'm up pretty quick here. And I watch Zach go out, and I know, all right, any minute it's my turn. And I would just look. And the second I would see everyone back away from the bar, I knew it was my turn, and that's when I would go. So like for me, that wasn't an issue at all. But I know it. Everyone's different.
Right. Also, if you have like a handler or something, then that person's kind of helping you with that stuff also. But
Big Ross was also,
did he handle your
handler all-star? That's so nice when you get off the platform and he's like, here's your video. And before you even put your attempt in, you get to watch it back, and it's like, oh damn, okay, that moved really, really fast, or that was a touch slower than I thought. But yeah, Ross was right there. He was rocking it.
So that's a couple of things that could potentially be improved. Outside of that, I like the formula.
I did too. It was, that's the fastest meet we've ever done, or I've ever done, been a part of it anyway.
It ran so fast. I actually talked to Jonah. Jonah was judging, I think, like basically the entire day, and we were 3/4 of the way through squat, and I was legitimately watching the clock, and I'm like, I kind of, half joking, but half serious. I'm like, I think it might be going too fast. At one point in time, I'm like, we might be done at like noon, which is like at a certain point, I've never even considered that, thinking it could go too fast as a possibility, but I was starting to think, I'm like, well, people don't want to be here till like there is a speed that would be like, if it was over at 11, everyone would be like, well,
wait, that was the thing?
I kind of want to hang out some, like, well,
I didn't get my money's worth here.
Right. It's like you don't get your money's worth. Yeah, that's right. But so then we did take a 10-minute break between squat and bench, and then a 20-minute break between bench and deadlift. That also gives spotters and loaders and referees a chance to like get something to eat, and so not bad to have a break in there anyways. But I do think we were done powerlifting by 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, if it wasn't 2, it was 2:30 for sure. It was early, and that was great. I think everyone was just like, "Hell yeah, that was awesome!"
Yes.
It was just the speed was perfect on that.
And then people were immediately getting equipment out the door the second it was over, as they were getting awards. Because last year the award ceremony was way too long. That was something we had all over our radar to speed up this year.
Also because it was powerlifting and strongman. Like there was 2 award shows we had to do. But, so yeah, we already cut that part in half, and then there was just significantly less awards in general too.
So we're getting equipment out the door. We got the trailers loaded. Then we did awards. Big Stormy won best female lifter for her second year in a row, coming up from Texas. Not a surprise. She's extremely freaking strong. So my betting money was on her to begin with. As long as she's coming, there's going to have to be some women that get pretty damn strong to be able to take her down. I think she benches like over 200 pounds. And, then Matthias Cash for the 3rd year in a row won. I will say the same thing there. In order for, as long as he keeps coming, someone to dethrone him is going to have to put up a pretty big total at body weight. It's just
because even Bryce got second, but I think Bryce still has a way to go to close that gap.
Matthias did hit an all-time total PR this year too. Yeah. So he just
Juggernaut AI user right there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah. He uses Juggernaut.
Nice. Well, it even works for the people that are the best. I don't know if people understand, but I think he weighs in for like the 165 class, doesn't he?
I think so. And
he's totaling like, he squatted 600 pounds, didn't he?
Yeah, I think his total was like 1606 or something like that.
Yeah.
Squat was like 600, bench or his deadlift was like 666, and bench was like high threes,
375-ish, give or take.
Yeah, 375, 380, somewhere in there.
Oh, he said he was in the 181 class this year. And yes, his legs are huge. When you see his legs, that makes sense. Bryce, the first ever to total over 2,000 pounds at the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic. And he did that in sleeves, squatting on a power bar. Do use a deadlift bar, but, he did that in a very legitimate way, an over 2,000 pound total. I would say Jonah and his group are USAPL, they have a USAPL background. So prior to the meet, we were somewhat concerned not too concerned, but we had to have discussions with him to make sure they weren't judging quite as strictly as what they're used to.
Not strictly, but we don't want this to be USAPL nationals here where it's you're like butt touch the back of your legs and it still isn't deep enough somehow. Right.
I would say they let a couple go that I'm like, you're definitely giving the lifter the benefit of the doubt, which at the end of the day, I'd rather have it that way than the alternative. So,
and to be on the record here, this is an unsanctioned meet. This is,
as far as that goes too, I think Jonah's takeaway was that, it was absolutely awesome. I don't think he really knew what to expect.
I don't think he did. It's the thing where you tell people it's going to be like this, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what people say. But then he got there, and I think it hit him like, oh no, it really is like this. And he was, I told you, I talked to him yesterday, and he did make the comment. He goes, this reminded me of powerlifting in the 90s when you'd have to calculate everything by. He goes, you'd get done, and then everything would have to get totaled by hand. So people would be hanging out and people would just start helping and cleaning up and packing up. And he goes, like, I've never had this many people help ever for a meet, or like, in recent memory. Ever.
Yeah.
And he just said, it made it so much easier for him too. And he really appreciated all of that. So I think he was really impressed with how the whole thing went. And he even called out several guys, Steve and Derek and a few others. He's like, those guys were workhorses all weekend. I'm like, yes, they were.
Yeah. The team award was won by the Crew Wolfpack, which that was also fun.
On a tiebreaker.
Yeah, on a tiebreaker over Team Mommy's Snack Pack. So Dylan as team captain, that is a award, actually.
Oh.
So I think he's getting close to 12.
Okay.
So team captain, not the entire team, only team captain. And then we gave away our 5
special awards. I can say, I think
awards.
next year I could see the team category getting a little more, even more competitive now that
I think so, especially now that people are like comfortable with the format or just like kind of understand what's going on or that there's something at stake here.
Well, and it does make it fun. Like there is, there is something on the line. So it's,
and to be fair, the Crew Wolf Pack has had the most of what I would call a team for the longest. So it's kind of fitting that they win the first team award. I think that they really have had this team together for a while. The wooden plate I guess I would just say I got to MC, I filled in for Eddie, and MCing is fun. It's fun calling off like people's third lifts.
Yeah. It's fun to listen to,
do.
Cause everyone doing it knows so much about the people, you especially, you know all these people for years and years. So you have
basically every person
to add on everyone. And I mean, Brad and Eddie both have that too, but like there's just like, you guys have something to like, it's never up next is Johnny. And it's like, no, you guys know where they're from. Like you have a good idea of what people's PRs are, what their history is with all this stuff. So it does add something to the announcing.
Yeah. Announcing two platforms at once is tricky at times though, because you are balancing literally two people lifting at the exact same time. It is funny. Like at one point in time, Paul Foss and Paul from Colorado benched exactly the same time. And we're sitting there waiting for lights on both of them. And I'm like, both Paul's lifts are good. And it's just the funny, odd little things that come up when there's two lifters at the exact same time. It's kind of odd, but the 5 wooden plate awards this year, which are all achievement contest wins on the Massenomics achievement list, were in what order we did. This is my first rodeo, which is Rookie of the Year performance, which Big Clayton won this year.
Mm-hmm.
We did Strongest Couple, which Grayson and Hannah won this year. That was a tight one.
That was a tight one.
Stormy won her second year in a row, and Stormy and Rusty both competed together a second year in a row. So they're certainly in the runnings there for that. There's a few other couples that are competing again that haven't won prior. There was the Felt Load Enthusiast, which Big Sam won by. There's a lot of people that competed in both this year. I don't know what the official number was. I think it was between 5 and 10 that did both.
A surprising number, a number you wouldn't expect at all.
That did both in back-to-back days. But Sam really had a good Felt Load enthusiast package together.
Well, he deadlifted 650 the one day and
661 in the powerlifting.
Oh, God.
So I guess the Big Techs only cost you 11 pounds on your deadlift.
Just put you at a deficit of 11.
Yes. Silliest Goose I'll do last. What is the other award that I'm not did? This is my first rodeo. Felt Load Enthusiast. Strongest volunteer.
Yeah, there you go.
This year. And that was a tough one too, because we mentioned several people that did a lot. We just thought Derek ends up really being the winner though, because he literally volunteered for everything all day long, both days, plus last year.
Yeah.
And Jonah calling him a workhorse is really a fair, Steve, I think we said he was probably our runner-up place because he never is not volunteering for anything. And not just volunteering, but also then being the first person to rip it and run with it too. But Derek, very deserving of the strongest volunteer award. And then Silliest Goose, we called up the prior Silliest Geese, and we had to have a legitimate huddle and voting right there on the spot. And we did decide it goes to Big Gary. And that is one of my favorite moments of the weekend is when Gary comes up to accept his award because he is genuinely just at a freaking 11 of just jacked out of his gourd to win that award. Someone has a video. I think it's actually Minnie from the live stream where we announce it and he's in the crowd and it's like, you just got called up to be on Price is Right. I swear he did not expect it to be him. And he's like like jerks his head and is like, "Are you freaking kidding me right now?"
And then he's also in full costume still, which is the other insane part.
He come up, he is just screaming, and then he's like Dave Hoff coming out. You're like afraid to get in his way. He's going to just start chucking people out of the way. Luckily, we had Bryce and Paul there as body shields.
Yeah, and he gave kind of his acceptance speech, which is really funny too.
His acceptance speech.
Psyched.
He's like just screaming lines. He's just so jacked. That was one of my very favorite parts of the whole weekend.
For sure. Yeah, but that was really good.
And that's what makes it really cool that someone's that jacked to win. Let's be frank, these are made up awards.
Yeah. But they're also
like,
winning this award in front of like
people,
150 of their friends, That's what.
Oh yeah. And it's like, so yes, it's a made up award, but also like you kind of know what it takes to win this award at this point, and people don't accidentally win any of these awards.
There's a lot of deserving people at all of them is the thing. It's
yes. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. That was it then, right? For the powerlifting meet?
I think so. I think we tore down, and we even got everything tore down, and we were out of there back to your house, and boxes put in the basement.
Yeah.
I mean, normally that's a Sunday project for us.
Yeah, Big Peter Bruno even rode along for that part of it to come help us. It's like
Jack,
you, me, Jack, and
his buddy too.
His buddy and Peter.
Yeah, we just nailed that. Like that normally kind of sucks on Sunday morning having to do that, but
it does.
We got that done. Even.
And then and that actually just having even a couple people makes that a lot better.
It does.
Just a few extra people getting
just
those
cuts your trips down the stairs in half. Yeah.
And then I gave Big Peter a ride back, and me and him jumped in the freaking pool in the hot tub with the rest of the crew that was there. And I said this jokingly a few times, but I legitimately was so excited to get in on like the pool party action part of the Lift Hard Live Easy. Cause last year I'm like, God, that looks fun. It's like World's Strongest Man. They all go compete and then they're like hanging out in the pool. Mm-hmm. It's just like World's Strongest Man, and they get to do it here. And I got to get in on that, and that was really fun. Yeah,
you said you were going there, and I'm like, oh, that does sound so much fun. But by the time I got to my in-laws, got my stuff in, I'm like, I am so tired right now, driving all the way across town. I'm like, I need to just sit for a little bit. But yeah,
I didn't stay for very long, but
I was jealous.
Had one beer with them, and one or two beers, and hung out a little bit, and then I came back and got ready for. Then it was the zoo bar.
I just thought one more thing I thought was so funny. It was one of the funnier things to me of the day. In the warm-up room right before deadlift started, Larry is walking around with his singlet straps down, and Kyle's back there. He goes, oh, now I know why they call him the legend. Yes, he is gracing us with his presence right now.
Larry, just another epic meet also. All-time deadlift PR and all-time squat PR in the same meet. I think he's 49 now and has probably done over 30 powerlifting meets. Yeah, and hit all-time PR on both. Not on the bench because he's been having shoulder problems.
Yeah, he had to take a token one there, but
yeah.
Oh man,
Larry. Gary said Larry looked quite jacked. Larry is quite jacked.
Yes, yeah. It doesn't just look; he absolutely is.
Yeah. Zoo bar after party Saturday night. Oh, other thing. I know this is going to go really long, but Huck Finn said the booth went great again this year.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
He brought Karen and the dumbbells with him, and they all had a blast again this year. He said the booth actually went even better than last year, and he said it 100 times that he's like, I am going to be back every year. Like as long as you guys are doing this,
I don't doubt him saying that ever, because every time I'm looking at him, I'm like, you're having the time of your life right now.
Yeah, and Barefoot. I think that the booth went well for them too. Talked to them a couple times. Shelby and Ryan, and I think it went well. I know they have fun also hanging out with everyone too. So we had a few less booths this year than last year. That doesn't really matter to us though either way. No. Like, I mean, if other people wanted to have booths next year, we only have so much room too is the other thing. We can't have a ton of them, but I think that just went well. Our booth went well.
Yeah, our booth.
Our booth per our expectations and all that went really well. So we appreciate everyone that bought anything and everything. Of course, also we released The new purple mesh shorts, those have all been sold out. The silly pint, those are all sold out. I don't know what all we had, but the only thing that's really left from there now is the Lift Hard Live Easy meat tee. Mm-hmm. We've got some of those left in like sizes large, XL, 2X, and 3X. And those are on sale now for only $20.
Yeah.
So go online and you can grab a piece of history. And if supplies are still available, this is while they last, which they might be, you get a program from the event and a magnet from the event with the logo on it. And what's the color of that green, blue gym tee?
Oh, was it Blue Lagoon? Is that what it was?
The Blue Lagoon gym tee. We have some of those left.
Not many.
And I think there's like 4 of the Lift Hard Live Easy retro South Dakota license plates left.
Yeah.
So that's the only things you could still get at the time of this recording on the website for merchandise.
Yeah, it got cleared out pretty good.
But the zoo bar was pretty wild, right?
Oh, it's so fun. I'm telling you, that's if that was all that was in the vlog video, it would still be worth it because the sound bites and the clips of everyone there are hilarious. I watch those back and I'm editing it and I just feel dumb because the whole time I'm just smiling so much while I'm watching the computer, while I'm watching it play back, but it's that funny. Just everyone has something dumb, stupid, funny to say. And everyone's having the time of their lives. It's really good.
Yeah, I think it was the most crew that have ever been inside the zoo. And I think getting done early helps that more people are like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. We got time. We'll hang out. We'll get there. Some people got really drunk. Definitely.
Which, if you're going to get really drunk, that's the place to do it at.
Wouldn't be their first rodeo experience, people experiencing that at the zoo. Big cigar guys, though, out in the cigar patio. Might have been the biggest collection of big cigar guys I've ever seen in one place.
The cigar patio.
There's like 40 people smoking cigars at once.
There's multiple spots in the video where I'm like, how is there this many people out here? It's so full.
Yeah. The number of people that walked out when I was smoking a cigar and walk through the door and go see me for the first time with it, go, oh, big cigar guy, huh? Like I heard it like 30 times.
Yeah, it was nonstop. There's times where the amount of smoke in the air out there, it was just thick.
Yeah, and people were playing bags and stuff on the other side.
Yeah, I go to the other side, and I was at Andy's like, take your shirt off, Tommy. I'm like, nah, I don't need to take my shirt off. He's like, come on, do it. I'm like, nah. And then gently's like, take your shirt off. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting peer pressured a little too hard right now, so I guess I will. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. So then we all have our shirtless photo while those guys are playing bags back there.
Yes, that's good. The zoo was a lot of fun this year. Might have been one of the most fun zoo after parties that there's been too. Mm-hmm. It was just, you don't want to be in a shirtless photo with Andrew Hanus though.
No, that's
you get out of here.
It doesn't matter if he's in the front row or the back row. He's going to out angle you for sure.
Yes. Rule number 1: never get in a shirtless photo with Andrew Hanus.
Also, do you remember Matt Rongan? Sponsor of the meet, also competitor.
Oh, that was great.
At the at the awards portion of the powerlifting, he said, "All right, I'm opening up a $400 bar tab at the zoo when we get there. It's for anyone that's competing." And when he showed up, I saw him giving the people. He's like, I see him handing his card, being like $400 on here. Yeah. And I don't know if it was like 10 minutes later, like, nah, the 400's used up. Like it did not last very long.
Yeah. That's good. The Massenomics bar tab was not inexpensive from the zoo either.
Oh, I never even got that number from you. It's like, Tanner said we have a tab. I'm not even going to think about it.
We got I know there's more than a couple rounds of shots that got involved on there too.
I believe that. Yeah.
It's the time and place though.
It's
the right time and the right place for that sort of thing. Bryce, why wasn't Bryce drinking on Saturday night?
I think it's because he lost his shirt and he was just so worried about his shirt. I think that's what the problem was.
That was it, I think. He said Bryce was drunk by 4 p.m. Might have been.
The clips of Huck. This idiot is intoxicated. Just saying it over and over. So funny.
Keith was drinking the clear liquor too.
He certainly was.
Bunch of people on the top shelf dancing. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And that's, just think, when you're 21 in Aberdeen, you can do that every Friday and Saturday all year round. It never ends.
I think that makes it not as fun. I think what's fun is doing it once a year with like 200 people.
No, you do it twice a week for years on end. It's just as good every time.
Oh, I think it slowly gets. If it was a montage, it'd be one person standing there and he's smart, and it would show like his change a different outfit every time because it's the next night.
Yeah,
and his face would just slowly be getting more and more depressed.
Yeah,
like the first night you'd be like, yeah, and then like it's like
we're gonna live forever,
and it's like, yeah. And that's why they call it the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic.
That is why. That's why I got that name.
That's the 2 hour straight roundup of the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic.
Yeah, if
you could almost
do
a recap that's longer than the actual event itself.
Yeah, so make sure you watch the vlog. You'll get about a 25-minute visual recap of the whole thing, and yeah, there's some good stuff. Oh yeah, grip. Well, we left grip out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes. I forgot about Sunday.
Yeah, we're just so used to Sunday not being a thing.
Sunday grip competition run by Big Curd. Heard from a number of the competitors that it was a really, really well-run event. I was there. There was just a ton of people there, and I was just kind of on the fringes chatting with people the whole time. It's the most people that have ever been in the gym at one point in time by far.
A lot of people in there.
Yeah, and everyone that competed said they had a lot of fun and that it was just run really well. So I don't, Curd is going to run that again. He's going to do it again next year. And we're going to put that in the program. We can put the grip competition in the program next year. So make sure more people know about it. Although it's not really open to spectators. It's open to crew. It's not open to general public. There's no room. It's already
for another
full.
50 spectators to come in.
No. I can't remember who all won the grip competition, but there was multiple winners. And the medley event was probably the highlight where people.
That was crazy.
Yeah, there's like up to like 40 things they could pick up, and if you got like a certain amount by a certain time, you got bonus time on the clock.
Oh, okay.
It was cool. I can't.
Is
even
that like
remember all the.
how grip competitions go, or was that kind of like a special rule for that?
I don't know. Like I'm sure Curd's getting that from something, but yeah, that maybe is how those medleys typically work.
I was just in shock at the number of things taking place for that.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, Cam and Garrett are saying if you got 20 and 60 seconds, you got an extra 30-second bonus time to keep trying to pick more stuff up. Yeah. So great grip competition also. And then Sunday wrapped up, and that was pretty much that. Although Sunday I came back and was working on stuff at my house on Sunday, and then a bunch of the guys were getting a training session in Sunday evening, and I'm like, you haven't lifted in like 6 days. Yeah. Which is insane for me. That doesn't happen. So I took one of my kids there, and I'm like, I'm going to get a little lift, not going to go crazy here because I feel like I've
get the blood
been
flowing
run through the actual ringer, but I just need to do a little bit of lifting here.
I was very out of it all day Sunday. That was definitely a recovery day for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's why they call it the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic, now that we covered the grip competition. Hell of an event. I mean, I think it's obvious to anyone that's been into some of these, it was the best one ever. Mm-hmm. It always feels like the best one ever, but
somehow we keep upping it every year. I don't know how.
Yeah. A lot of hearsay and about what's going on in the future. And I would say all we'd say for now is we are planning on Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic 5. We're working on that stuff, and there'll be probably some updates in the pretty near future. But as of right now, at least, it looks like there will be Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic Part 5. We'll have to start speculating on the most important stuff, like what the theme is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, that is the most important.
It's going to be tough to beat these themes we've already come up with.
I know. Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. since we're already at 2 hours, do we just do, I've got a really quick supporting our supporting members. We could skip certified training facility of the week this week.
Yeah, it makes sense to skip it this week. Yeah.
And skip the radar report. Although we do have a really big update to Gym Radar that just went down, but we're going to talk about that next episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we like Tommy and I literally, it's the least we've got to pay attention to Gym Radar.
Yeah. It has unfortunately been, I wouldn't say on the back burner, but it hasn't got as much attention as we would like to have given it in the last month or two.
Literally because we've been running around like chickens with our head cut off.
Yeah. And also, I mean, there's just a limit to how many things you can promote at any given time too. So
yeah. So should we kick everyone off? And then I'll do the supporting our supporting members. I'll read an ad. Then I wonder if we wrap up with announcing our winners.
Oh my God. We haven't got to that yet. Oh, we gotta get this going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can kick everyone off and we announce our, do you have, while I'm reading the ad too, do you also have like the random generator thing that we can use to?
Yeah, I'll have that up in a minute here. That part.
Okay. So supporting our supporting members. First of all, everyone that was involved in any way at the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic, whether competing, volunteering, judging, national anthem, live stream, spotting, loading, helping us move equipment all over Western, Northeast, South Dakota, up and down and sideways and backways and crossways, downways, just anything involved with the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic, running a booth, taking tickets at the door, being a scorekeeper, bringing food, bringing drinks, just being here and participating and being involved. Thank you to all supporting members. It's our largest event of the year, obviously. This was straight up just the largest event that we've ever done of any kind. Mm-hmm. And it would not work if it wasn't for the crew. This is a crew. When I say crew, supporting member, this is an event for all supporting members, and it's an event that only works because of all the supporting members.
Yep.
If nobody helped with anything, it just couldn't exist. We would just be like, well, we can't do this because we cannot, you and I can literally not do enough on our own to make it happen for the number of people that want to enjoy it. So it only works because of everyone involved. Also, Big Michael got first place in his Fripp Island Freedom 5K, and Big Anastasia was this week's guest on Unpaid and Underrated. Go give that a listen. One of our younger crew that is powerlifting and competing in strongman. Then there's been a lot going on, but not so much that we didn't have time for a newest sponsor of the show, EliteFTS. They got like a Christmas sale in the middle of July here where they've got up to 40% off. That's right. Could be 30% off bands. It is really like Christmas in July. It could be 25% off their apparel. Could be 25% off supporter gear like wraps and straps, and 10% off of equipment and bars. That's not all. You can also use discount code MASS10. Stack that up on certain products, like maybe toilet paper. I don't know what the going rate is on toilet paper, but we gave a whole lot of rolls of it away this weekend at the powerlifting meet. Everyone that I could chuck a roll of toilet paper to, I chucked one to. My favorite part about toilet paper is pretending it's a football and throwing them across the rim code at people. Hitting people in the back, beating people in the back of the head with a roll of multiply Elite FTS toilet paper. Check them out at EliteFTS.com. Are you still getting that pulled up, or do you have that? Because if
the sheet
and the picker,
just getting the sheet right.
Because I could also do, what ad do we have? Juggernaut AI or the Strength Co? What's left?
Virtual meet. That's what I'm looking for. I got it right here. We're good.
Okay. So our virtual Lift Hard Live Easy Classic. This was the first year of it, but it won't be the last. We are going to bring this back. Also next year, we had, I think, 150 people submit their attempts. So if you didn't submit any attempts, you're not eligible for the prizes. We are going to be giving away, what is our number here? Got that right here. 9 $100 gift card winners and one grand prize $250 gift card plus a Massenomics contest win for one lucky winner. And I think the way we're going to do this,
a price on that.
no, that's just so valuable. You can't actually put a price on it. So I think the way we're going to do that is we're going to select that winner first.
We're going to pick the numbers. We got, just so people know how this works. We got a sheet here, because number 1 is our header row. We got the labels. So we got numbers 2 through numbers 151 that are eligible. So we're going to pick all the numbers out, and then we're going to go back and see whose name is assigned to what number here. And do we want to go through some of the stats on this whole thing first before we do
let's
the
go through the stats first. I think you're right.
So yeah, I mean the main thing was there, like you said, there was 150 people that submitted lifts. I mean, there was almost 200 people that entered total. So there was a really good participation. I thought, when this whole thing started, and you said 100 people, Tanner, I thought that seemed really lofty. So to get 200 was pretty crazy. Kevin did a bang up job getting us crunching these numbers like only Kevin can. And he provided us with a lot of really interesting data here. Do we want to?
Yes.
Okay. So number of men, we had 135, of the ones that submitted, 135 men and 15 women. Total weight lifted, squats, all combined. We have 51,914 pounds. Bench, we had 36,000 pounds lifted. Deadlift, 59,000 pounds for a total of almost 148,000 pounds lifted and a combined body weight of almost 42,000 pounds. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
We have some of these numbers just don't even communicate well over the podcast. You almost have to see them, but we have the equivalents to what all of those weigh in Ford Freestyle, Strength Co plates, Texas Power Bars, cottage cheese, and chicken bakes as well. So as you can imagine, it's a lot of all of those. Do we want to, all right, on our stats summary, should we look at some of like the best performances? Is that a good next spot?
I think so.
Okay. Biggest total. Todd Salmons. Do we know Todd? Have we ever met Todd before?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if we have, but he squatted 605, bench 605, deadlifted 505. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I think he might have had a bench shirt on or something.
Okay. And that was, I didn't see every one of these. There was a variety of lifting. There was some solo lifting. Obviously we have a lot of home gyms involved, the garages, basements, all of that. But there was also some really good meetups too with everyone.
That was my favorite part of the
we talked about it in some of the past ones, but it looked like
regional meetups.
Yeah, so it looked like it was a really good excuse for everyone to get together with some buddies and lift for the most part in home gyms. So I was jealous of all those that I saw. Biggest Dots. This is a familiar name. Old Sam Funderburk here.
Oh.
He also squatted 605, bench 365, deadlifted 630 for a total of 1,600 and a Dots of 447.2. That's a big Dots.
Yeah. Big numbers all around especially for his mock meet just leading up to his actual powerlifting meet and strongman competition.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking at biggest female total. Do we know who this is? Mary Clark Kubler?
Yeah.
Have you ever met her before?
I don't think we've met her in person.
Okay.
No.
That's what I'm wondering, if we'd met her in person, but
no.
So that's cool. I guess this is extending out past the people that we've ran into in the past, but she squatted 275, benched 160, and deadlifted 330 for a total of 790. She also had the biggest Dots for a female at 375. Biggest squat, Tyler Thompson. Not a huge surprise there. It's a big dude. He squatted 625. Biggest bench, Todd Salmons, 605. And biggest deadlift, Jackson Kelly, 661. That's a big deadlift.
Nice. Yeah.
And we also have breakdowns by weight classes and all that here. But of other note, the Randy Award, your bench press to deadlift ratio goes to none other than Jeff in Florida. Jeff benched 290 and deadlifted 200. which gives him a Randy ratio of 1.45.
Yeah, he's actually fully inverted on the ratio on that one, isn't he?
He was inverted. I like this category here. We have the mats category. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mats that competed for an average squat of 343, an average bench of 239, and an average deadlift of 352. Right?
That's
Am I
all
reading
the
that
mats?
right? Yeah, average mat, yeah.
Not bad mats.
So the mats are out there doing it. Did we have a few other? Did he have some written down in the email that he sent us, Tanner?
Yeah, I've got this. If you made a stack of Strength Co. 45-pound plates to make a tower, wait a second. If you made a stack of Strength Co. 45-pound plates, they would make a tower this tall. If you did the total weight lifted, the squats would make a tower 120 feet tall. That's the wingspan of a 737. On bench, if you added up all of the weight lifted in bench press, it would make a building the height of the Brown County Federal Building, the tallest building in Aberdeen, South Dakota. If you added up all the deadlifts lifted and turned that into Strength Co. 45-pound plate tower, it would make a tower that is 342 feet tall, which is the Statue of Liberty plus 4 Big Tex deadlift bars. If you took the weight of the total, all the weight lifted, and convert it to Rogue Fitness jump ropes, it would reach to the International Space Station 4.6 times in jump ropes. If you took the total weight and converted it to 28.5 millimeter Texas power bars, it would be 4.6 miles long, enough to go from the zoo to the circus to loggers to Schwann's Recreation and back to the zoo.
Now that's a number I can wrap my head around right there.
Yes.
A distance, I should say.
I don't know. Did you mention this? California had the most participants.
No, I did not. That is important to note.
Nebraska had the highest average total because they had one participant, total 1360. A subjectively chosen most impressive stat was Indiana had an average total of 1,247 pounds with 6 participants.
Wow.
So
that's
almost
strong.
a 1,300 pound total across a real sample size.
That's impressive.
Indiana. Yeah. Okay. I think that's what we got for stats.
Okay. Now the moment everyone's been waiting for.
Yes.
Winners.
But so are you going to pick the grand prize winner and set them aside so that everyone, that way everyone's technically eligible for the grand prize?
Yep. I'm going to, Tanner, do you have the sheet pulled up?
Yes.
I'm going to mark the grand prize winner. I'm going to mark their name in gold. And then everyone else, I'm just going to flag them in a different color so that we can see it happening in real time.
I love gold.
And so just to make sure I'm correct here, the random number generator should be 2 through 151, correct?
Yep.
Okay. We ready? But what if it's a name we don't like? Can we override it?
Yeah, we'll just edit that out.
Okay. All right. What if it's like someone that's won a contest before? Do we want to waste this on them?
I guess we have to be fair, and that's
okay. So we're being honest and unbiased here. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, I guess since we're not doing this beforehand, we have to actually do it legit.
So we're just letting the cards fall where they fall.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's many prior contest winners on this list even. So
okay. I would just hate to waste this potential win on someone that's already won before. That would just hurt me deep inside.
It could happen.
It could. That'd be hilarious if that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready to hit the button. Do you want me to do this?
All right, let's do it.
I have the number generator up. Minimum 2, maximum 151. Generate. Are we ready?
Yes.
Generate. Ooh, number 12 is what it came back with. Okay. We're not going to say the names yet, correct?
Right.
Okay. That is flagged. Ready for the next winner?
Yes. But, wait, we can say the winners now, right? We might as well just say them now. Each one.
Well, maybe it's more exciting to leave the grand prize winner to be announced last, though.
That's what I mean, but all the rest of them we can just read.
Oh, yeah, we can rest. Okay, yep. First, winner of a $100 gift card, right? That's what we said?
Yes.
Is number 114. Number 114, Troy Peterson. Congratulations. You get a card.
So are you're marking them then?
Yep, I turned him bright green there. Do you see it?
Troy out of Madison, Wisconsin.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yep.
Next is number 22. Number 22, John Gray.
John Gray, come on down. Out of
Next
Pennsylvania.
up, number 14, Chris Daminger. Heard of this guy?
Have you heard about this?
Next up, 137. Number 137, Colson Birchett. I'm sure I'm just butchering that.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Next up, we have 24. Number 24 is Steven
Villanueva.
Yeah. Do we know who that is?
We do now. It's $100
Congratulations.
gift card.
Our next winner is number 35, Cooper Clark.
Oh, I think he's also the 50 cal challenge winner, maybe.
Oh, damn. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is that 6?
5, 6. How many you got left?
3 more.
3 more of the $100 winners?
Yep.
Okay. Next we have number 124, Samuel Barker. Congratulations.
Samuel Barker. Okay. Out of all the way from across the pond.
Oh,
Manchester.
overseas. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Next up,
Two left.
number 101, Colin Dunlap.
There we go.
And
One left.
Last, but definitely not least, we have number 53. 53 is David Kennard.
You did it, David.
Wow.
Thought you'd never be a winner. You're a winner today. Which leaves, of course, only our grand prize winner, who's going to win $250 gift card plus a contest win. This is a supporting member right here, so it does matter for him.
Who's saying it, Tanner? You saying it? Am I saying
You
it?
better have the honors.
Grand prize winner, number 12 on the list, number 1 in this contest, Timothy Kampanen. Is that how you say his last name?
I'm good with Kampanen. Timmy be Kampanen all his way to a grand prize victory right here.
Is he on Gym Radar?
Good question. That is a good question.
I want to know.
Yes, he is.
What's the name of his gym?
His gym is Tim's Gym.
Of course. Oh,
Yep.
I know I couldn't find it. I'm on the equipment tab.
Oh, he hasn't done very much, though.
Oh, okay.
It's actually not published. So
Oh,
I guess
Okay.
technically I should say no, he's not on Gym Radar for.
I recognize the name. I know I've seen the name before.
Well, Tim, now your next responsibility before collecting that prize is to fill out complete your Gym Radar.
We require it. It was in the fine
Yeah.
print. You signed up for this.
Yes, so now you must do it.
All right. Well, damn. He's got a contest win to his name.
Yep.
A lot of guys that would do some unspeakable things for that contest win.
Yeah. Big Tim just did it. Tim's numbers were 385 squat, 305 bench, and a 565 deadlift for a 1255 total. So he wasn't messing around either. He had to put together solid lifts there. Well deserving.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Okay, what do we have left for this episode? We better wrap. We better get to the end of this one. This is a
Well,
doozy.
thank you for everyone that also participated in the first ever virtual Lift Hard Live Easy Classic meet.
Supporting all those supporters as well.
Is that everything?
You got an ad still.
Oh, me? I got one of those. This episode is brought to you by the Strength Co. If you went to the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic this weekend, there's a good chance you saw a warm-up room full of beautiful, smooth, yet easy to grip plates. They probably also looked black with like an E-coat finish. And you probably also thought, wow, those look like they're made to last a lifetime. And if you thought all those things, you were right, because those are Strength Co plates. and they're the real deal. They're our favorite plates. They're the go-to plates at Massenomics Gym, my home gym. We highly recommend them. And to be totally honest, you should have a set for yourself. Right now, they are running their special edition 250 America 250 plate. The pre-order is done, but you can also sign up for the notifications for when it actually drops. So if you didn't get in on the pre-order, like so many of us did, you can make sure to get signed up for that so you can get it when it first comes out. Otherwise, just get some of the regular plates. They even got barbells, barbell jacks, cast iron plates. They got everything there. Check them out at thestrength.co.
Thank you, Strengthco. Yeah, lifting vlog. That's the YouTube video that's out. Go give it a watch. I dare you. This is the annual challenge. I freaking dare you. Watch that video. And just for a slight, first of all, don't, I haven't even got to even watch it yet, but I will. What day is it today?
Today's Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be out tomorrow. Yeah. So I'll get to watch it real soon. But if you can watch that whole thing and not smile or laugh once, be shocked at that. If you can watch that whole thing and not think, oh man, I really
you
need
just
to make
don't like
that
having
trip there.
fun is the problem.
Yeah.
Man.
You're going to want to come to the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic after you watch this. Legitimately, you will want to come, and legitimately you should, and legitimately we'd love to have you. A lot of people will be like, I just don't want to really like compete in front of people. And we had a whole crop again of first years this time, and they will tell you it's fun. Like Big Adam out of North Carolina, for example.
Yeah.
Hadn't competed before. In conversations I know, and probably hadn't met many of these people before either. And I think just, I'm not to put words in his mouth, but I think he loved it and probably will be back if it's possible.
Yes. All true things there. I would love for Adam to come back. Also on that topic, Big Chris wrote a very, very
great.
well
I'm actually going to share that.
Message.
He
Seems
said I
like
could share some
everyone
of that
leaving
stuff,
for some reason when they leave the meet, they have the existential crisis once the rows of cornfields start hitting them. If they're not from this part of the country, seems to do something to people. But he had a very, very well written, well thought out recap, thoughts on the whole weekend, and I think that summed up what so many of us think when this gets done.
He did actually put it in words where like some of that stuff I'm like, what are you doing inside my head, Chris?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of my head.
Yeah, so many that if people ask me to describe it, it's just like all I can revert to is, I don't know, you just have to go and see it.
You do. It is.
And that is the real thing, but he got very close to describing it in words. Better than I ever have, that's for sure.
We talk about it here and you can probably deduce that it's fun, but I actually don't think until you come, you realize, yes, it's really fun. It's also just like, wow, I somehow just felt every single emotion in my life over the course of like 3 days.
Yeah, 3 to 4 days. Yeah.
Like it is, I don't want to make it sound like it's something more than what it is, but it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it's a big deal to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's that good though. It is. It's the real deal. And we're not we're not the ones that are good. I mean, there's whole industries of people that want to sell you on just, this life-changing event. Sign up for, like they'll sell you every workshop and class and charge you thousands of dollars along the way for their mastermind groups and all of this stuff. And we're not really into that whole thing. We don't do that at all, actually. But this is like the closest you get to that in actual real life with regular ass normal people that you'd want to spend time with.
This is more transformative than any of that bullshit.
Yes, 100%.
Like it actually is.
It's at the end of the day, it's not some, like everyone's not there with the idea of like, how is this going to make me more money and be more optimized and stuff. It's like, no, people are legit here to just kind of unplug from the world and have the time of their life. And I think it delivers on that.
Also, it has an effect on the entire town. Like it's a small town. Like everyone the entire week is like, what is like everyone actually does now know kind of what's going on here. And it's just like for the entire town all week, it's like, oh yeah, there's that group of people, doing that thing.
And people are excited for it. Like they always, people think it's fun to see at least people having a great time.
Yeah. Absolute freaking spectacle. event.
Yes, it is.
I've said it on many posts. There is no other insert powerlifting meet, strongman competition, whatever it's really hard to even compare because there is nothing even sort of like it.
No, not even sort of like it. Not one bit.
If there is, I haven't heard of it or seen anything of it. Like it's if there is, that's the best kept secret in the world at this point.
Yes.
Yeah. So come get in on it in 2027. We'll have information about that when it's available, and somehow I'll blink my eyes and it'll be the 2027 Lift Hard Live Easy Classic.
I know.
I actually feel really good. A little foreshadowing, though. I feel good about where we're at.
I think we're in a good spot and everything.
I feel more optimistic about 2027 right now than I did several months ago about 2026. 2026 turned out absolutely awesome. So if we can roll into 2027 feeling this positive about it, it's probably only going to get even better.
For sure.
All right. No further notes on my end. Great meeting, everyone. Tommy, where do they find you at?
You can find me at Tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird. You can follow me in the Lift Hard Live Easy vlog, or just follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.